everything going? Looks like it's going. Greetings and salutations, everyone. It is that time once again for the TR a day. I'm trying to figure out if I can cram these last 4 items someplace. I've got a couple of scrolls that don't need to be here. We give us 2. Need 2 more. Which is actually not that bad. I can just throw like an XP stone or something away. Do I have like... Why do I have just like random green slotted gloves? I think I was gonna craft something, but then obviously I did not. Interesting. Alright, so we have 3 slots and 4 pieces of gear. So what else can we move or get rid of or... make go bye-bye? Again, the biggest part of this challenge is that I added 21 experience stones ranging from 100 experience to 4,000 experience. Which we will immediately, not immediately necessarily, but we'll mostly eat all the way here in just a minute. I think we're going to do our training videos, start a couple of those pretty soon. We have extra cloaks, we have an extra potion. We don't need this XP potion, unfortunately, or I would just chug it. Alright, we're going to eat this 100 experience point gem and be done with it. And be done with it. Alright, 1, 2, 3, 4. What? Miscalcs. Oh, 1 more slot over here. Alright, there. Perfect. Look at us. Look at us go. Alright, so this was a Sorcerer Life, we did Dragonborn, we did Electric base. This is pretty much how it went down. We went up the Air Sword tree enough to get our SLAs and whatnot, and then we went up the Dragonborn tree pretty heavily because we already had a bunch of dragon. We had a bunch of racial points, so we got a pretty good jump in here. I played around with the Dragon Breath, which actually I thought did a pretty good job, all things considered. I really enjoyed Memory of Flight. For those of you who may or may not be interested in something like Memory of Flight, it works on the back of your horse. So you can whoosh around while you're in the back of the horse. So like overall I thought it worked out pretty good. Did enjoy it. The life pretty much. It was very chill, which was what I was looking for. It was just like a... Especially after coming back from the hardcore server, something that was just super relaxing. Alright, so now we have to make a choice. And I'm not 100% sure which way to go, to be totally honest. I feel like this one. The wrong heart. Oh no. Do I have the wrong heart? This might be real embarrassing. No, that's right. That's blood. That's blood. Okay, we're good. We're good. Like, I know I have a regular... I have a regular heart somewhere. Heart of Blood. Or, sorry, True Heart. Because I have 2 more class levels to do, which is really weird. It feels like it's been a long time since I had to do class levels, but I do. I do have to do 2 class levels. Pardon me, my nose is being a real bear today. Last couple of days, really, but today in particular. Alright, so we have to choose a couple of things right now. And I'm not sure what we want to do. to be totally honest. But we have to pick how we want to do this next life. It's going to be a Dragonborn. I think that's going to be allowed to. Oh, we white screened. There we go. Now we're back. So we have a couple of options. One, I really kind of want to fiddle with the new Paladin stuff. No, we're going to be a Dragonborn. I kind of want to fiddle with the Paladin changes and just kind of see how it goes. I really want to fiddle with the slash through, or strike through, I think it's called. So I kind of want to do like a big two-handed fighter, or yeah, two-handed fighter, and kind of do a little pew pew pew. On the other hand, most of all of my training videos for the road most traveled are with Inquisitives, which allow a few things to be a lot easier. So I'm really on that fence on how we want to do it. Let me take a quick look and see what I did for exactly what I did for the previous training videos, shall we? YouTube.com/SamusRobo. My quest playthrough guide. Let me take a look at Korthos Village here. See if I can figure out what I did. Looks like I did 2 levels of Artie, which could also be a lot of fun. I feel like we start stacking in a couple of things together, root arms and wizard levels and extra spell power from being Inquisitive or being Dragonborn. I feel like all these things go together like peanut butter and jelly, because your rune arm gets stronger based off your spell power. Your Eldritch Knight stuff gets bigger belts off of spell power. So we're just going to be making those other dice bigger on the end. Yeah, I think we'll talk ourselves into it. I think we'll do another Inquisitive life. So now we have a couple of choices here. Mostly, what kind of Dragonborn do we want to be? The answer is I'm not sure. Don't know what... Alright, that's fine. Just go like this. 18 intelligence and 16 con are no-brainers. That's hit points in our attack and damage. Dexterity lets us kind of... Doesn't let us kind of. It allows us to... It aids us for a couple of our trapping skills, as well as ranged stuff like improved precise shot, stuff like that. We're going to disable some devices. We're going to open a couple of locks. We want to max out our spellcraft at all possible. I like having a high spot because I don't remember where things are. UMD is important. Do we diplomacy? Do we not diplomacy? I guess we do. We have some extra points. I like some tumble. Like balance. I don't hate concentration. Oh, we should probably have search, huh? That seems good. Being able to search things seems okay. Honestly, the heal potions might be good this go around. Let's take 1 point in tumble, and let's take 1 point in heal, and see if we, as our tomes kick in, we'll be able to diversify a little bit in here. Alright, so now the big challenge begins. What is our quest? No, see, let's maximize. We can maximize, or we can improve summoning. I feel like we should just maximize. Get it over with. Alright. So now our racial view. What kind of dragon do we want to be? So we have to kind of think about what our rune arms are and when our rune arms kick in. So honestly, most of the time, we're probably going to end up using the red rune arm from Ravenloft. Let's just pull up the DDO wiki here and look at rune arms real fast. Oops. Alright. Might as well be electrical. Well, I don't disagree. I thought about being electrical as well. But the question becomes, because all the things are improved by spell power, and we have so many free points in Racial Tree, picking up a free spell power is kind of good. Honestly, we might go blue, or cold, because while we're going to be using the suppressive fire pretty much exclusively at level 10, but we're going to finish the game with a quarantine. I love quarantine. This thing has got me randy right now. Dumpster fire is OP. It is. But isn't it 15? Yeah, it's 15. And I like it. I like it a lot. The problem is that because whatever rune arm we use is also going to determine what our Eldritch Knight stance we're going to be in. We want to kind of be not where there's a lot of immune things. Although I guess there's not a ton of immune things. Let's pull up our spreadsheet also and see where we're going to be kind of hanging out today. Or the next few days. Not this. Sorry. Drive, please. Alright, here we go. So let's see. The early stuff doesn't matter. Oops. Let's get back over. We got some undead stuff going on at 4. Also doesn't really matter. So this is not a spreadsheet for what we're doing for the build. This is a spreadsheet of quests that we have to do for the Road Least Traveled series that we're going to take time to record this live. So like, example, right now if you go over to my YouTube channel, and let me pull up the old pagerootsky here. We go over here to my YouTube channel and we go to playlists, please. We go to our guide section. So bad. We have Korthos, the harbor, blah 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 blah. And you can search through here, but you won't find, for example, Dead Girl or Red Willows or whatever. So I'm going to be recording those videos this live. Yeah, Luke, I'm glad that the most traveled stuff is helping you out. So the real question becomes, at the levels where it matters, what kind of worries do we have for like elementals being immune to things, right? So Curse the Sky is a lot of Archons. So there's like a lot of fire stuff, immunities here. Tavern Brawl, same thing. There's some. Sleeping Dust Die, Linger Over the Dark. These are all sections of the quest, or sections of the game where things are immune to fire. So yeah, I think we're going to try cold. I think we're going to try cold and use the quarantine as our in the game shot. Now, if we were to guess wrong, it's not the end of the world. It's not like it's gonna affect us too much. We're talking like 30% damage or whatever. But still, any points that you can add can be good points. All right, we'll leave the wiki up here. So let's go. Is it white for cold? I think it's white for cold. No, yeah, white for cold. Yeah, well, that's because most people play post level 20, and cold is not that much more effective post level 20. So bolts, weapons, cure, enchant armor. I like a blade of armor. Resist energy doesn't matter. Static shock, I guess. Again, it doesn't really matter. None of those things really matter. Grease, whatever. I agree. Like I said, if I was going to be doing a section of quest, for example, like say this was the first time through, and I thought about it, and I was going to be running around in Sharn a whole bunch, you would be correct. You'd be correct, and I would do 100% be doing fire with like the bludgeoning fire and stuff like that. All right. Do we want to look white? Kinda want to look white. Like the beacon of how our dragon plays. No one will ever see our eye. Doesn't matter. Hashtag never really mattered. Do you even care about anything else? I guess the beard's kind of cool. Put a big long beard in for now. Still have yet to lay your hands on the Whirling Words. I love Whirling Words. Yeah, we're going to start on the road never take. Well, probably least taken, and then we'll go. Assuming that we get to 20, and we still have some quests left over, we'll start the never taken. Do all the quests that we hate. I kind of do like the ones with all the rings on them. I mean, 10% XP, man. You can't sit around on 10% XP. Gotta get moving. Alignment doesn't really matter. We're gonna be doing Wizard, Dragonborn. Yeah, it's fine. Whirling Words is one of my favorite rune arms. It was probably my favorite until the Astral Projector came out. And then the Astral Jet Projector kind of like took over in my heart a little bit. Ooh, I'm still wearing my cloak.
You find yourself waking on a shore of.
Do we get 14 seconds where we can see our inventory? No. Oh, we got naked. Right there on the beach. UI layout.
Oi, you ain't undead, are you?
Load. Samus.
Can you move?
Skip this Korthos Island story. None of this matters. Boink.
Stepping out of the grotto.
I am on YouTube and Twitch at the same time, yeah. So, there's a service called, there's a couple different services to be honest. But I use one called Restream. So I send my stream to them, and then they send out two separate streams, one to Twitch and one to YouTube. It used to also send to Facebook, but then Facebook broke. Everybody does love Proof is in the Poison. I love Proof is in the Poison. It's the best. So what do we have? Drexonic History White. Yeah, that's fine. Do we want to go all the way to the boat? Probably. Oh, so slow. Oh, I'm stupid. I should have went to Keep on the Borderlands. Keep on the Borderlands is a portal to the boat. Would have been so much faster. Cobalt Assault, Glade Watch, Outpost Defense. I said I have a spreadsheet for some of that stuff. Do we have Glade Watch, Outpost Defense? I think. Yeah, that's on the list. Those are all things that are on the list for sure. Cobalt Assault has there's a couple of little tricks to it, depending on how you want to play it. Personally, what I did the last time on the hardcore server was I literally just got my regular hireling, my skeleton, and I bought the biggest gold steel hireling I could summon, which I think was a 5 or something. And then I just like jumped up high and let them kill all the monsters. It was glorious. Alright, first thing first. First things first. We're going to go see a lady about being resurrected here. Hello. Boom. Alright, second things second. To the bank. As usual, we're going to skip to level 2 or 3, as is our way, to basically whatever level we can get our XP stones consumed. I'm not like super worried about, actually, something else I need to do. This might be the time to do it, which might be real boring. I need to empty everything out of my shared bank and get out of here. Get out of here. Need to empty my shared bank and clean it up. Alright, 200. So we have 120 and 60. We can make a real big dent in it. Let's do this really fast. Bank failed. Bear with me for a second, everybody. A couple of seconds, if you don't mind. It's a rare perk to be able to empty your shared bank. That's 100% correct, Han. Which is probably the method we will use for the road least traveled. So we just want to empty the shared bank, just like straight up of everything, to be able to plug it back in. Tobrel gave us this button of winning when we became level 1, whatever we are.
3,000.
Hey, thanks for the donation, Lord of Duke. Appreciate that. Where's our guild page button? When we become 180, Tobrel sent me the button of winning. I assume he sent everybody a button of winning, but I don't know that for a fact. Yes, I'm a sleazy casual that just cashes in stuff for Hearts of Wood when they are on sale. Which was a couple of weeks ago. Need to make sure Nathan doesn't need that. Come on, everything out of the hole. We only have 6 more pages to do. Come on. So let's see. While we're clicking mindlessly, let's look at some of our lower level quests that we need to do. We need to do the Keep on the Borderland quest, which I feel like I'm proficient at, but not an expert at. So if you guys have any tips for Keep on the Borderlands, I would not be opposed to hearing them. Also keep in mind when I record the videos, I will probably reference everyone in chat as chat. So if someone in particular is giving a lot of really good advice, I'll probably say things like chat says. Just know that you have your own special credit. Oh, I've just been picking these up for a long time as things have come around. Whenever they're on sale, I typically end up getting one. When you do, like, several lives a month as your job, you know, I try to make it my job in the sense that I do it for 40 hours a week, and I work really hard at it, and I try to be entertaining. But because it relies on the generosity of viewers like yourselves, I don't know if you can consider it a job so much as a performance. Would you consider, like, street performers when they get up and they go perform? Would that be a job? I feel like it would be. But anyway, but a side effect of doing that is I get to grind a whole bunch of DDO points along the way, right? So you're in something like very nearly 3,000 points per life if you don't need them for anything else. Just want to make sure every single thing is out of the TR cache.
TR
Or
cache.
out of the shared bank. Hey, bro.
Hi.
Want to completely aggro my bank here. It's better than a job. It's a calling. Whew. Yeah, I like to call a paycheck a little more often. You know what I mean? Why do I have an... Okay, never mind. We'll leave it. Ours is not to question why things are in our shared bank, just to accept that they are and get them moved so I can sort them and eat them later. So level 30 yet?
Close.
Challenges, that's a good thing. I should definitely... The problem with challenges is that they typically take some people to help with. And getting a lot of my friends to help... Oh, that's not the right place. Stop. Urge. I'm eating stuff out of the wrong bank. Getting some of my assistants or friends or whatever to help with the... how many more slots we have? 60? Still going to be a little short.
Hey, don't blame me. Blame on the alternate progression system.
Yeah, I know. But yeah, I'll do my best to try to work some challenges into the series soon. A couple of the challenges are actually really good, and I do them occasionally when we're hurting for experience in certain level ranges. I've needed to do this for a long time. Set up or empty my shared account so it'll actually sort and work correctly.
No, your bags?
Nah, the shared account tab thingy. Until you take something out and put it back
okay.
in, it doesn't work.
Right. For like the filters and stuff.
Yeah. So like today
gotcha.
when I was trying to clean out and make sure that I had room for everything, I was going through and eating duplicate items, which is a lot tougher to do when you can't just sort by alphabetical. So Lord knows what we're going to find. I bet we're going to find like 7 or 8 items that there's at least 2 of in here. That doesn't need to be 2 of. Alright. So we have 21 items left. Let's hit XP stones. And just start gobbling them up. Again, that's what they're here for. Anything less than 1,000, it gets eaten first. Let's call it 750 gets eaten first. So, Captain, sleeping all day, staying up all night.
It's not even that. It's just all over, like halfway between, third of the way between. Like it's everywhere.
Right. Yeah, let's eat all this stuff. Yeah, I actually, as tired as I was, and as much as I wanted to just log off last night early, and I did log off early. Hey, good morning, Prime. I was pretty concerned that if I went to bed right away, I was gonna wake up super early and just start the progression all over again. But I was able to get back to, or stay up a little late and get to sleep at a semi-reasonable time for me. AKA, I slept until like 9:30. That should be everything, right? We did it. We got everything out. Oh, I feel like a hero. Would you please give me minimum level pretty much always, please? Thank you. Thank you and spank you. Alright, I do want one of these. The rest can go away.
Alphabetical's been handy too sometimes for dupes, like you were saying.
Yeah, well, I'll definitely run through alphabetical at some point here. That's why pretty much always was what I said. I doubt we're ever going to use that. Java should just take it. So I think I want to sit on your button of winning until we get to like the next tier, and then I'm going to send it back to you. How does that make you feel?
You can do whatever you like with it.
Because I was like, what the heck am I going to do with this thing?
I just thought it was funny. It was pointed out there on sale. We hit the little thing. Like, you know what? Let's do something silly.
Yeah. Unfortunately, going back the other way is not nearly as fast. You vote Drow, Ranger, Cleric. Yeah, I think because we're going to do training videos again, I think I talked myself into the Wizard, or the Inquisitive Wizard build again. It just is so good for not having to think about things. The next life I'll be going back to not recording a bunch of videos, and then I'll take whatever weird build people want for my Drow. Or not my Drow, my Dragonborn. The last Dragonborn life. Should have kept this, I'm gonna need it. Boink. So for the record, this is Dragonborn life number 2.
Dagron Man!
I'm actually really enjoying the Dragonborn. I always have. Since it's come out, I've thought it's been a fun,
Good race. I like it
good
too.
race. It's a lot of fun. But Beef was telling me he didn't think that the Dragon Breath ability was good. And it's probably not in that post-level 20 world, but that pre-level 20 world, it's pretty good. The biggest challenge with it is you have to stand still when you fire it off, or it doesn't connect as well as it should. And I also had to talk myself pretty hard out of not being a paladin.
I think for your purposes of doing the training videos, probably made the right choice.
Yeah,
So it's all like consistent. So when people watch the videos, it's consistent.
that's kind of was my point previously when I thought what I was going to do. But then I
Yeah.
started thinking, like,
And
honestly,
you want something to be able to do traps to show people that and stuff too. Like it's a lot different to like say it's there versus like no, it's right here.
well, I would I would definitely do a level of paladin, or not
Secret
paladin,
doors.
but at least a level of trapping to activate that stuff regardless. Which I realize would make it look a little bit weird, but at the end of the day, it's not that much weirder to splash for a trapping class. Tobrell is awesome. Tobrell and Samus's stream is a bit like Kramer on Seinfeld. Yeah, it's Jerry's show, but Kramer is that makes it spicy. Don't encourage Tobrell. What are you doing? Stop it.
Hi!
Tobrell is like what happens when, I don't know, someone cuts a slug in half, but both slugs think that they're each other's hype man, but they don't realize they're the same thing.
You're just jealous because I'm on a fabulous life. I'm doing half-elves.
I saw that. Kind of ready for my half-elf lives too. I'm actually really excited to be back on track again. Hopefully this is gonna... Hopefully I'll be able to, like, get back on the track again of... If not in life every week, at least getting close back to the habit of... I still have a medium hirelings contract with nothing in it. Alright, well let's stick that over there because it's special. It probably should get filled up with like common go-to hirelings, so I don't.
Common goats.
Yeah, exactly. Common goats.
Wait, no, that's sheep. No. Something. I don't know, some kind of barnyard animal.
Something that says "Love me." All right. I do really like the Shin's robe for level 1 and 2 and 3 and stuff. If you don't have a Shin's robe, look for next time Jerry's on and ask for one.
What is that?
It's not anything super special. It's a starter. It's a level 0 robe that has solid fog clickies and jump 15. So at level 0, you can have a jump 15. It also has hide plus 15, but that doesn't matter. The fact that it's a jump 15 is pretty good, and it's one of the items that they give away for free. Looky there. Look what I was talking about. There are 2 macabre hand wraps in my TR cache. Somebody's getting some hand wraps eaten. Alright, what else do we need really quick? Oh, we need our party hat. Won't be able to see it on Dragonborn, but we'll know it's there. We'll know it's there. Ranged or melee? We're going to be doing ranged. We're going to do the Inquisitive build. We decided to go cold because we're doing Dragonborn, so we get to add in that little bit extra perks. We'll kind of hit that again as it gets close. We want our Jade Ring on. We want our Quiver of Alacrity. These are things that we've been waiting to find here. Let's go. Let's go, bank. Let's go. So the reason we do Inquisitive for the training videos is that I don't want the combat to be the focus of the training videos. I want the going through the quest, showing where the monsters are at, showing how the monsters move, showing where the traps are at, stuff like that. So the great thing about Inquisitive is that you just don't have to think about that other stuff. Do we want an anger set? Probably. I think a really great country song should start Fox Got in the Hen House. Oh, rip. Too soon. Too soon, Thotgar. Gonna make me cry. Cry like a Like the little B word that I am. Doctor's like, what? What are you talking about? For those of you who don't know, my ducks, a fox got into my duck pen on Tuesday morning, and the ducks are no more.
I will avenge them.
Well, I'm hoping that it's going to starve to death now, so I want it to have the most painful death possible. Yeah, me too. The ducks were definitely a pet that I liked a lot. Need our small wondrous bag of mounts. Which mount should we use this life? Borderland mount, Bone Devil mount, or just the basic mount, which I have not upgraded yet.
I think you should use your fancy mount, like always.
Oh,
If you
yeah,
got a
but-
fancy cosmetic, you gotta use it.
Spare. We'll be taking votes on the cloak soon. Which of the various cloaks that we want to use? Picking out the cloak is where it's at.
You know, there could be an argument for the Season 2 cloak being more prestigious due to all the lag and the removal of some of the things that were sometimes used in the first hardcore season.
That's true. Those are arguments that could be made.
If you're trying to, you know, if
I
you're
just
trying
like
to do
picking-
things like show off cosmetics to people who like to brag about their cosmetics.
Oh yeah, no, that's not what I'm all about. I just like picking things that mix it up. There are not very many cosmetics that I can change around because, for example, this is back in the time where you could actually add the festival bonus to the cosmetics. So like I have a silver party hat with the cold resistance. I have the
Yeah, that's
armor
pretty,
with the fire resistance. So by switching out those two cosmetics, I literally lose 10 stacking fire and or cold resistance. So that just doesn't make sense to me to sacrifice like that. So
Yeah,
for
I hear
me,
ya.
really the cloak is the thing now that I get to play with. And of course weapon skins. But I don't have any crossbow weapon skins. Alright, is there anything else off the top of our head that we're missing?
curse pots?
Well, we'll go grab our potions out of the thing in a second.
Need me to come trade you a curse pot?
Not right now, thank you.
How about a curse pot?
Read my mind. Read my mind. Alright. See, I want to try to eat these Monster Hunter elixirs or whatever, treasure elixirs this life. Oh yeah, this is great. Being able to have this stuff sorted by level is going to be really huge. I'm glad I took the time to do that this life. Appreciate you guys sticking around through a bunch of boring click, 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 clicks. Is that the, do I have the right? Oh, I don't have the correct baggie here. Boink. Well, it's a lot of this stuff isn't as wasn't as hard at farming as it may seem because this is just the character I played for a small eternity. So a lot of stuff just like, well, technically yes, it was farmed in the sense that we looked for it and acquired it, but it's not in the sense that I went out of my way to get it. Always try to forget to do these. All right, Colors of the Queen. Arcane Alacrity. Power over life and death. That one's less important right now. That one could actually be switched with one of the new ones. But 30 positive and or negative spell power sometimes is still pretty good. You'd be able
Yeah,
to make
I finally was able to switch over to Ancient Blessings.
Yeah, I haven't done those lives, and it's a little bit difficult for me because I don't go to 30, so I'll have to take some time at some point to do that. Oh, I put the scrolls in this one, not the potions. So before I TR, I always make sure there's room in the chest for me to put my healing potions in, or my various potions, and I always click them back in the same order so I can drag them back to my bar in the same order. Also this life, I get to have 50 potions of greater heroism level 10 because of turn-in reasons.
So heroic.
And theoretically, if I want, I could have a whole lot more. Alright, that can go to the back page.
Your heroism is without bounds.
It's true. I don't say that about me, but people do say that about me.
Truly a hero of the people.
So we're gonna move that.
I'm a hero of the people. Did you know that?
That's what I've heard.
Yeah, it's actually my like my legit thing when you scroll over me on the forums.
We're also gonna grab a stack of tasty hams. Alright.
Somebody made a post about should I collect arrows, and it was all I could do to not say something silly about like actual arrows, like are they hunting arrows, are they target practice arrows, are they competition arrows?
It can be hard to get a group for Zawabi's Revenge period, though. Well, a lot of this was back either in the day when Tobrel and I either two-manned it or was able to pull the defense skill together to five-man it or six-man it or whatever. Running certain quests short-man it, not such a big deal. Alright. Try to get the rest of the Deathwalker sashes together here. Alright, so we have our 4 Deathwalker cloak cloaks.
Back items?
Yeah. We allowed to move yet? Okay. So we have our skull with a 1 on it. We have our red sash, which I think looks really good with the with our particular outfit we have going on right now.
That looks really good up a lot of
color. Our gray sash, which again matches nicely, but it doesn't give us that pop of color we'd like. And our Walker 2 cape, which we ran around with all last life. So vote now. As usual, those who are Patreons and Twitch subscribers get extra votes. Doesn't mean that your vote doesn't matter. Just means that you got to get coalitions together. Which one's the monk cloak, Thoughtgar? We're voting on cloaks right now. Our next levels are... This life is determined. We're going to wizard it up. Red. Don't be afraid, Tobrel, to put your votes in.
I'm gonna vote for what outfit are you wearing?
My Defense Guild standard outfit, aka my man skirt.
Let's say the red one.
Okay, a black. I'm not sure which one you're talking about, Thokar. So we have, again, we have Deathwalker's Cloak, Deathwalker's Sash, or Season 1 Cloak or Sash, Season 2 Cloak or Sash. Alright. Let's get some freezing nipples going on. Let's see. We want shield. We want a sonic blast. Red. It looks like reds are pretty far ahead. Jump. Mage armor. Feather falling. There are 2 more spells. Merfolks, and I guess we take Nyax because yeah, I'm never gonna cast Nyax. Let's do Pro Evil. The Season 1 Black Cloak. Yeah, you're correct. You are correct. So we made it.
I
to
usually
level
wear that
2.
one.
Yeah, I usually do too, but I think the reds are way ahead. So Tobrel is 3 points. I believe that Han is 1. Fight Prime is 3 as well, so there's 6, 7. Is the Bloodstone still good?
Nay.
It's good specifically for the bare minimum level you can equip it and use it. But specifically just that level. Alright. We have 16 points to spend, 10 racials, 1 universal tree. So, let's get our Inquisitive up over here. Actually, Inquisitive is probably should just go in our first tree. So let's get our Inquisitive up. Inquisitive goes in spot 1. Eldritch Knight is going to go in spot 2. Then probably Battle Engineer. Over here we'll go Harper Agent.
You always put your things in like the same spot.
No, they don't go in the same spot. I just try to put them in order of importance.
I do that too.
Do I not
And
drag the icons to switch? Oh, I didn't know that you could do that. That's cool.
Yeah, you can drag and rearrange instead of flip them off and flip them on. I didn't know that for a long time either. And when I discovered that, distributor told me, I was like, what?
Yeah, it's pretty sweet. Yeah, Tobrel kind of talked me into the bone mount again. For the prestige of for the videos. Alright, so we're gonna grab dual shooter for sure. That's 3 of our points. Obviously 1 universal point and 2 regular points. We have no regular points left. No, we do. We have three regular points left. So let's start going up the Dragonborn tree.
I like that dragon tree. You had a lot of good stuff for different builds.
It is very good. Do we have 5 points left? We definitely want to take resilience. Yeah, we'll take our cold breath. I like it. Extra action boost is pretty good pretty soon, but it's not needed yet. So we have 1 more point. So 1 more point can pick us up 1 more spellcraft right this minute, or 25 spell points. Screw it. We'll just take it now. Oh wait, no, that's 2 points. So now we can consider increasing the DC of our breath attacks, grabbing 10 more hit points. I think, though, we're not going to... Yeah, 1 point. Oh, that's also 2 points. Dang it. All right, never mind. I guess we're going to be... So we're going to take one more spellcraft. All right, accept. So now we have 3 points. 3 points. I want to start up the Eldritch Night Tree pretty much as quick as possible. Always like having the first tier of item defense. It basically makes your items immune to stuff. It feels like it's great. Action boost later. Spell point now. Yeah, if it didn't cost 2 points, I would be down. Am I going to cast Road Least Tracking? Yeah, I'm going to be recording videos this go around. Let's see. What else do I need? I need to buy spell components, and I need to memorize wizard or various spells. Alright, we'll just get our spell components from right here.
Sure, I don't want to get you some curse pots. I know where they're selling.
I already got curse pots.
More than one?
Yeah.
More than 5?
Yeah.
More than 10?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I do. You can look at the stream and everything.
Mm-hmm.
I know you don't know what the stream is because you don't actually help out by watching the stream. But if you look down here in this corner, 51 potions of curse removal.
I don't have it up at the moment, but I have it running in the background.
51 potions of curse removal, my friend.
Because I'm stuck playing in full screen for the moment.
That's a tragedy for you, huh?
Because I can't see, because windowed full screen no longer lets you adjust the game to not be dark as it can be.
Really?
Nope. A lot of people are having that particular issue. You can like touch the little sliders, but they don't actually do anything. And they snap
all
back
the
into
tomes
place.
have already kicked in. They'll kick in as they are allowed. Alright, so we all voted on the red cloak. So we're going to stick these other cloaks in the bank. Get out of here. Alright, is there anything else that we can think of that we need right now? It's already slotted with the... It is not. So what was I using at level 2 for Ghost Touch, I wonder? For my rage.
Do you have a Borderlands weapon?
I don't know if I do actually have a... I mean, I could go get one. But I don't know if I do have a baby
You
Borderlands.
probably had something crafted.
Well, I have like a generic
Or a weird
heavy
random new
crossbow
one.
bludgeoning thing, but I did not slot it with the Ghost Touch gem. Nor does it have a slot, so I probably have not planned on something like that. Let's look what the auction house may have in like level 2 crossbow range here. Level 1 to 2. Nothing and nothing. Alright, what does the old Shard Exchange have in that same thing? I can only give Samus a hard time, but he's a great caster. I am a great caster, thank you. More nothing. Alright. More nothing for a lot of money. Alright, here we go. Doesn't have a red slot. If I had a red slot, I'd grab this thing right now. +1 Vorpal light crossbow of critical piercing. Alas, not perfect. Here's one with a red slot. Alright, well never mind. We're just gonna go grab a Borderlands crossbow, and that'll probably be our default. Alright, so for those of you who have never been here for when I do a TR day. What I like to do is, like, as you saw, eat all the various experience points gym to get to level 2 or 3 or wherever it happened to be from the last time I ate gyms. And then I like to... Oh, this needs to be maximizing power. Also, I did not prepare spells. Then, the other thing I like to do is... go back to Korthos and knock out just enough quests to get my cheap heart, or my cheap res
Cake?
Res cake. You may also, if you're paying really close attention, notice that I had like 6 or 7 of these vintage of Old Sully's grog. So again, as a person who TRs consistently, to me, when I see these things on sale that I know that I'm going to use over the course of a couple of weeks or whatever it happens to be, I go ahead and buy them so they cost like 3 DDO points instead of 5 DDO points, for the low cost of me keeping 1 slot in my shared bank ready. So it's the other part of the reason why I do it, because 3 points is pretty inexpensive when it comes to getting a res cake. So between the res cake and the Gibber's Blade, for example, last life I finally ate my res cakes and I had 3 of them saved. Alright, I'm assuming, yeah, it's just Ghost Touch. Let's also pop over here since we don't have to go inside the bar to prepare spells. Those are done. Wizard spells. Alright, we have a clicky for mage armor, so we'll grab a shield spell. I always like having a break boxes thing. And I think I would like to have a combat spell. And also, not that we have to get him here, but we'll grab a Byron. Oh, do we want Byron actually? Nah, we'll wait. There's a level 2 guy in Korthos, I think. Is there actually? I don't think so. I will probably end up with Byron. So take me to the Korthos Island. Yeah, like I said, I should have came and teleported to the Keep of the Borderlands to get to the other quest. That was foolish of me. Yeah, let's get Byron.
So here's a question.
Oh, you roboted on me real bad.
So here's a question.
Okay.
Do I go to 30 or take advantage of this 10% weekend and knock out like 6 lives?
Well, you know how I feel. I feel like you maximize lives when possible.
Because I have 2 full stacks of racials that do not correspond to epic stacks. If you get my drift.
Yeah, well, I said I'm a big pro. Oh, I know what I didn't get. I may have to go get a rune arm too, actually. I don't have a rune arm yet. Good morning, Wood. Yeah, I would just, if you had the funds, I would just knock out those racial lives as best as possible. Like if I had bought the kind of autos boxes that you had purchased, I would consider doing the same thing this weekend and just getting it done. Here's a question for you though that I don't honestly know the answer to. can you eat that stone in a party inside of a quest, or does it have to be...
The button of winning?
No, the your big XP gem for when you autos box.
I don't know.
So my question is, could you possibly get an even bigger bonus on one of those weekends where it's like per person per party?
Well, that's quest XP.
No, I had decided I was going to TR on Friday. That's not... You're not wrong, Triax or whatever. Triax. Usually, though, I end up in Archmage. I either take Invisibility as a clicky, or I take Magic Missile, just to have a free Maximize Empower thing. You tried this stone is set on experience. It is, but like XP potions and weekend bonuses do affect it. I just didn't know if it worked on like the buddy bonus weekend, or if it only worked on like the static bonus weekends.
Well, this weekend works on stones.
Right. Okay, I know that these static weekends apply. So like plus the VIPs work on stones, and I'm pretty sure like the straight 10% bonus for everybody also works on stones.
Dust and mold fill this ill-maintained storehouse. You can hear the telltale skittering of
Also, like VIP obviously works on it, and your items / guild bonus.
It seems the villagers have been preparing a large silver
You know what? Heck with it. I'm gonna do it.
You just grab like 7 lives or whatever.
Sarhagan emerges from a hidden
I have to get Hearts of Blood. They're expensive.
I bought mine while they were on sale.
Yeah, I should have done that. I have some tokens. Luckily, people passed me some stuff this last life.
Yeah, I need to take like... Again, hopefully when Java 20s... Java will not be TRing, hopefully, this go around. I'm hoping that I'm going to enjoy the post-level 20 Inquisitive enough that I will keep it around. That is my plan for Java for right now. He's not going to be like the most helpful person in higher level Reapers or whatever. But he's going to be 100% more helpful than all my other characters in high level Reapers. AKA somebody else takes the slot. So I'm hoping to be able to get more time in with like Tobrel and some of the other guys screwing around on Tobrel. Paying for hearts. So I have this argument with people. I don't want to say argument even necessarily, but I've had this discussion with people a lot. So sometimes, again for me, taking the time to grind out 20 hearts often is boring for a lot of viewers, as well as myself. I just don't necessarily enjoy it. And when I had a big stockpile, it wasn't a problem. But I've done... Do we need to once again count how many lives I've done? So a triple... previous to Alchemist, I was a triple completionist, and now I've got my completionist back. Those aren't counting the ones that they don't show me, right? So I actually have several lives that I've done that don't show up on the counter. Several wizard lives, because I would just like take time off and do a wizard life out of nowhere. But so I've got 43 regular lives, and then I'm on Dragonborn race, Dragonborn Life 2, but I've done 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I've done 8 other lives, so 8 times 3. Plus I've got all my epics lives done. Plus Java's like halfway to his completionist. So like, when I had a big stack of tokens, I would say the same thing. Or when I was doing that content all the time, because that was the content to do, it was a different story. But now that I'm just not doing that content as much. What is this hitting for? Nothing, because I did miss. How about you? Take this bolt. 10? That's lame. Oh, that's not maximized and powered. Let's fill that up. Now let's try this again. 25, still not a ton. I didn't kill this guy. So like, for me, especially if they're on sale and it's not a situation where I've run myself out of points, like buying backpack space or something, it's worth it for me to cash in those DDO points. So like right now, for example, how many points do I have? I've got 3,700 points right now. And with the exception of buying backpack space, the only other thing I really purchased are probably those. Like, the only thing of substantial value that I buy are the hearts. Well, and I don't have anyone that's 30, right? So there's that. And when I TR, or when I'm level 20, I don't mind taking an hour or two and do a couple of heart stuff. But unless even if I grab, say, the wife's account, the son's account, my account, so now I'm talking about 4 hearts a run, which is not bad. You're still talking 5 runs. Plus the time to get everybody there to get them picked up. But again, the thing is, I'm not usually spending... I'm usually not cashing in my money to do that when I buy them. I usually have the things saved up. Because of, other than, like I said, other than those few things, what else am I using my points on? When you do a life a week, again, you're talking about roughly 3,000 points a life, give or take. So, like, most of the time, what else am I using that money on? Or those DDO points?
This must be the Conquerator stepping in from the dark.
I could, like right now, I also happen to buy some shards where they were on sale. But normally I don't have shards. I normally don't use shards. I normally don't. I just normally don't spend points on anything.
Yep, I'm gonna go ahead and knock out at least half elf today, and then see how I feel.
That sounds good to me. Get rid of whatever other class you just absolutely don't want to deal with, or race. I mean.
Yeah.
Your stalwart defense
I had like a spreadsheet of like race and epic life. Know what I mean?
Sure.
And like there's like a cup. There's 2 whole stacks and 1 life that don't line up with epic. So I'll go ahead and at least do 3 today. See how I feel. Maybe knock out another 3, and then go from there. Also, I get to take advantage of using less 50 pots.
Right.
Because I can do it in... I'm a little slow on the paladin compared to some people. I can do it in 50 minutes. But yeah,
Fled into the cellar. Drexelhand isn't here.
some people do it much faster.
However,
I'm not the fastest person in the world. That's how long it takes me to
It's
get
not
from
what I've
18
heard.
to 20.
I've heard you're pretty quick.
So yeah. Oh
Maybe-
yeah, I probably actually have to take those levels, huh?
I mean, only if you would like to do that.
Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and do it. I kind of feel bad because the half elf is actually would be a pretty strong one to level up. You get stats and amp and
6 of one, half a dozen of another. You could also
And
abort
look-
doing 3 times and just do a double on your half elf and start on something else.
I did one. I might as well like
I know, I feel the same way. You might as well if you
click
start,
through the whole thing, you
start
know.
one. You might as well get your point, right? But
Yeah. I still need to do a video on how to make a fabulous looking half elf.
Drexelhand has nowhere left to run.
yeah, because they don't happen.
Yeah, I'll make a how-to video. Posted it. I'll put it in the wiki next to in the racial class, in the racial
That'll make
section.
sense. That would be valuable.
I thought so.
Gotta get that quickened, I guess.
Talk about Value Town, right? Like this is me giving back to the community.
Finally, after all these years.
Mm-hmm.
How to make a half elf that doesn't look stupid.
Yes.
I can see it. I can see it. Alright, so...
What can I say? I'm the best at what I do.
now we have to decide, quite strongly, what do we have for rune
Your
arms? We
victories
don't have a
make
rune
the
arm
match
at this
much
level.
safer, but only
I don't think.
temporarily. It's time to
I have to
take
check
the
our
fight
rune
to
arm
Sol
guy.
Morgan, out in the wilds of Korthos Island.
You need to come up with a name for your bomb caster. Mick throws a lot. Whee!
I want to make some kind of joke about would you like to see something in the size boom?
Oh. Alright. Let's take a look at our rune arm person and see what rune arms we have laying around right now.
I get +1 diplomacy. Yes.
You do. Makes your inquisitive lives much stronger. Alright, let's grab.
Oh, well, so much for being a half elf for longer than a day.
Test already. Alchemists I think are good. I do like the alchemists a lot.
Super good.
I considered doing an alchemist for this, but I specifically didn't want to do alchemist because I didn't want to add an extra layer of complexity to the videos. Again, I felt like the paladin would not have been so much extra complexity that it would be a problem. But what do I know?
And your video would have had much fisting.
Much fisting, because I would have been so happy.
Yeah.
Alright, Devourer's Hunger is a level 5. We should probably have one of those handy. We have a level 3 Kyber's Fury. I guess our only other option is a Flame Warden at level 1. That seems gross.
I hold stuff Mule Clan. That's probably not an alt.
Probably not. What did you miss? I just farmed through to get my heart. So nothing really. This is literally a cloak that's nothing. Alright. That's a waste of my patience right there. About to go start recording videos for Keep on the Borderlands. So as always, if you guys have tips or tricks that you'd like to share with the Community at large. Please hit us up. I don't have a level 1 candlelight? That seems wrong. Throw a candlelight over here too, I guess. Also, I apparently have several candlelights. I missed that trick where you could lower the level by 2. I don't have a level 1 flicker either. That doesn't seem right. I bet somebody else is out there. I bet Java's got a bunch of rune arms hidden, actually. Oh, I can't even equip a rune arm yet anyway. What do I care? Oh, Testardy's level 7. He was a... what I was thinking. I haven't taken my second Inquisitive level, or Artificer level yet. Probably won't until level 5 anyway. So I just wasted time for no good reason. Smart. Alright, hit points, yeah? Yeah, that was dumb. Good morning, Ritz. Alright, to the Hall of Jaheroes. To the Jaheroes!
All of heroes.
Lowest level you have is 3, and that's an alchemist. Nice. Yeah, like I said, we're gonna record these training vids for Keep on the Borderland, and we'll go from there. How do we want to do these videos? Does anyone have any thoughts? Do we want to record them individually, or do we want to record them like a few at a time and then another few at a time? Also, at some point I need to do a wilderness zone pass. Mostly like on the pattern for how to farm the horseshoe. Starting your first 5e campaign tonight. You're pretty excited. Yeah, unfortunately our one that we were streaming unfortunately died this week. Talab fortunately got a new job, and unfortunately the time that his job starts will be when we would normally start our game, so it murders. Am I gonna do horse thingies? I'll record one eventually this life, but I haven't I don't know. I have not. I do not have a plan to do one right this minute.
Stop the ravine walls. These must be the caves of chaos, where the cultists and their monster
Not the spot that I want it to be.
allies have made their base.
Oh, I would, yeah, the Explorer Zone would be for me to just show people my pattern for when I'm farming horses. Somebody asked me one day about it, and I told them that I would add it to the list of the guides. Alright, what does everyone think? Separate videos or one video? Or 2 videos, like A and 2. For the Keep on the Borderland quest.
I mean,
I don't-
I would imagine you would each quest attach to the video for just the quest.
Yeah, I found that the ones that were super short, like the Korthos ones, for example, or the Harbor ones, because they were so short, I personally ended up putting them in small chains. Docker says 3 at a time. That doesn't sound wrong to me, because a lot of these are just so short. Like, you're talking 3 minutes a quest, even if I go really slow. Maybe one video for all the quests with sigils and one's for a nut, and then one for total chaos. Can I even get sigils in all the quests? That's the question. Possibly, I guess. Singles with timestamps. Guess I don't understand what the singles with timestamps would be necessary for. Oh, one video. Single. Maybe single with timestamps is what he's trying to say. Yeah, we could put timestamps in. I haven't done timestamps yet. When I did the multi ones, I just listed them like in order where the quests were in. We could put in timestamps for these, possibly.
I guess you could do that, and then in the wiki, link the timestamp.
Yeah, you can.
So it
You
goes
can put the
straight to
link
it?
straight to it.
You could do that.
All right. Which are the
That would
quests that
work.
have the sigils in them? The disadvantage of having one video is if I have to run multiple times to get the sigils, it's different. I think I like the idea of getting the sigils would be easy if they have grease. Why is that? Because again, remember, I don't know these super well. Assembling the shrines of evil chaos. If you fought the Gnoll, Kobold, and Orc charms of evil chaos from previous quests, you can do this optional. Violent delights, watchers trapped instructing the orcs. Alright, so let's record the videos that are not those. Alright, so that being the case, let me also grab my notes here. Right. Well, that's the one that I was thinking. I'm not sure if I'd be able to find. All right. So let me grab the list of quests here. So treasure hunt. I always do treasure hunt first because I guess I'm weird. And then the next one is the Bugbear Caves, which is, I think, the Bugbear Bandits, which I feel like is too dirty of a pun for DDO. Grease the group and you kill the runner before he gets away. That doesn't sound bad. Let's see. Then the Orc Caves. That's obstructing the orcs. But that's one of the ones that has the thing, so we'll skip that. Then the Kobold Runner. Gnoll Caves is one. So then the last one is going to be the Caged Beast. Alright, so those three, then the other three, and then the last one. Yeah, I like the way this is... I think I like the way this is going to work. Oops. Yeah, I'm just putting some notes together here so I don't have to pause in the middle of doing things. Alright, does anyone have any tips or tricks that they want to add before we get started? Besides the grease thing, which I guess we'll try. I have grease, right? I took grease. Yeah, I took grease. I thought the Knowles one was typically like at the very beginning, but we'll see what happens. Should be easy enough to put together. All right. Here's a son of a bitch I haven't seen in a long time. Tobrel sinfully logged on and off.
Who?
Sinfully?
Oh. Yeah, I see that. He's logged on and off here and there.
Yeah, I haven't seen him in ages, though. I sent him a tweet a couple of months ago, and he never tweeted me back. Also, remind me at some point we need to have a conversation about guild size, and do we want to keep it small, or do we care? I think when we've had a couple of newer recruits that have been playing lately that came in from the stream, and it wasn't a big deal until somebody
Decided they didn't like being orange?
No, somebody came in and Precious had logged on for the first time in X number of months, I think, and it ticked us from small to medium. So we need to decide if we actually care, and if we do care, we need to, like, I'll message a couple of people and see if they want to stick around or remove Remy's character or something. But, like, Michael hasn't played in 7 months, but he's also in the inactive section.
Right. So
like,
personally, I don't. Removing people gives you a hit on renown, and as long as they don't log in, it's fine. And honestly, at this point, I don't really care all that much personally.
Yeah. Well, all I know is Distributed seemed very disturbed about it the other day, so I need to talk to him about it. But, like, Lessa was logging in very consistently just to roll her dice and log back out, so I can send her a message and be like, hey, if you're not playing on Sir Lona, you're just rolling your dice, you're still in the active section, would you mind jumping? You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
Because we have a couple of people who are like that. For example, Jerry also logged on a Defense Guild character for the first time in, seems like 6 months. So, what's the difference between small and medium? Small guild bonus is... I'm not sure, actually.
It's a lot of XP. Basically. I don't remember how much, but it's significant.
Right, so, very small is 300%. Again, depending on how many people are in the guild. At 6 people in the guild, it's 300. But it's a scale. Small, if we were at the very top of the small, which is 25 active people, that's 70% bonus. And now we're at medium, which means we basically lost 5% guild renown. Which in my brain, who cares? Right? But then I'm not the one who's out there farming guild renown and eating potions. Is Lessa okay? I have no idea. I heard from Clankenbeard the other day, but I hadn't heard from Lessa in a while. As far as I know, she's just been busy working like crazy. And she may or may not be really busy now with the corona stuff going on. Like, she is a nurse. Yeah, like I said, there's a chart. There's like a sweet spot for guild renowns. So like, if we cared about guild renown, we would make sure that we had exactly 16 people, or sorry, 15. Sorry, we'd have exactly 11 people in our guild. 11 people would give us 225% guild renowned bonus, or 6. Like there's numbers where the bonuses are exactly like worked in, and if we really cared, that's what we would do. But the thing is I don't care. There's only 1.5 people that seem to care, and that is Tobrellen Distributed. So I just was why I was thinking about it. I thought we should.
Yeah, I mean, I care. Like, I got real hell bent and trimmed it way back in the day, and now I'm kind of like.
Well, that was back when it like there was decay and it really mattered, and
yeah, like it
we
mattered
were trying to
then,
get
and-
to certain places to turn on certain abilities.
Yeah,
But
like,
now
it
I just
mattered
don't
way
think it
more back
matters
then.
anymore. Like we have everything unlocked. It's just a matter of what our guild tag name is now.
Mhm. Orange versus purple.
Right. Alright, did I give my throat enough time to actually get the last of the coffee out that I was trying to get gone? Not quite. It's good enough. Alright. Let's do it, shall we? Greetings and salutations, everyone. I'm Samus, and we are recording some road least traveled videos for you today. We're gonna knock out a couple of quests here. We're doing Keep on the Borderland quests, and we're gonna divide these into 3 videos right now. We're gonna do Treasure Hunt, the Bugbear Bandits, and the Caged Beast, and those are the non-sigiled quests. And then we're going to do the sigiled quests, and then we'll do the capstone quest. So hopefully we'll be able to show off all the things. As usual, we're going to just do Reaper 1 to make it as easy as possible on ourselves. And we're going to pull out our helper. As always, these are recorded as part of my live stream over on twitch.tv/SamusGorilla. If you'd like to join us live, that's a great place to hang out with us today. We do have a pretty full chat room, so in the event that the chat room gives us some useful advice, we will of course relay that to you to the best of our ability. Alright, so I personally think that this first one is actually one of the easiest ones to kind of get done here. It's a big circle with a handful of little trash mobs. So it's actually pretty good. Pretty good. A couple of bats, a couple of scorpions. Of course, bats and scorpions are some of the more annoying of the easier to deal with mobs. But a little bit of an AoE and a little bit of patience, and you're good to go. So the idea of this quest is to pick up 3 different crests that'll be located around the outside of this this circle that we're talking about. This second, after the first crest, if you go the way that I go, this first little alcove that you're going to come to is actually a bit of an optional, and by bit I mean I believe it is entirely an optional. Ooh, we found a Plague Reaper. Look at us go. Very exciting. We are also level 2, so we have to be a little bit on the careful side.
Webs that cover the walls of this part of the cave quiver for an instant. A massive spider lunges out of the shadows.
Defeat the massive spider. So big. The main reason that you come back here, though, not just for that sweet 61 optional XP, is to grab a few more nests. I don't remember exactly what the numbers are. I should pull up the wiki page. But the breakables in this quest there's quite a few, actually. Another Famine Reaper. Look at us. All the Famine Reapers today. a stun. See if we can get these things to hold still for a second. Not bad. Alright, so here's the shrine. In the shrine we're going to go, I guess it's west. I wanted to say south, but it's definitely not south. Then we're going to have the next two little things, crests. This first one here, there's going to be undead that pop out of the ground. This is a really good spot for web, for example, if you're level 3 wizard or above. Because you have some really nice little choke points. But if not, just run around and don't worry about it. They don't hit super hard for the level. And again, if you're not on Reaper, then not a big deal at all. Here, I'm actually going to share with you a little bit of a mistake that I've been making forever. I was doing this puzzle in a, like, all the way up, around, all the way down. Turns out you don't have to get quite so carried away. It's a much shorter version of this puzzle. Right here, bloop. But you can also go all the way up to the top and back around. Make it really complicated. I'm always used to, when they give us a puzzle, them trying to make it the most number of tiles available. But that's not the case for this one. Breaks. Did I run past the... Nope, I just did both. Never mind. What am I thinking? Did the puzzle. Continue to walk around the outside edge, get the rest of the breakables, clean up the rest of the monsters. That should give us ransack, yep. And this group of monsters, I think, will give us... Maybe not. Maybe we have to do part of the end fight here. So we followed all the way around the loop. Whoop. Putting our crest in the socket. We're going to get this giant hamburger here that has to be killed. But also, like, 3 or 4 guys are going to spawn around the outside edge. I'm going to focus those down first. Again, looking for the bonus. I forget exactly the number. Not every quest they take the time to try to get the bonus on. But this one is typically pretty quick, I think. We may not even get the thing killed. Oh no, they got Byron. There we go. Conquest was 49. So two of these trash mobs and 2 Reapers. So if you didn't have the 2 Reapers, you would get it when you get the final guy here. Also, I guess we should take 1 second and talk about these ingots really quickly, as they are one of the special parts of Keep on the Borderlands. Every ingot you get, I think there's 3. There's an ethereal ingot, a silver ingot, and a arcane ingot, or something along those lines. And the ethereal ingot is really, really strong because you can turn those in for level 2 ghost touch weapons with a red augment slot, aka the ability to be able to do the quests on Reaper. So you knock out 1, get yourself an ethereal weapon, and you're good to go. Good to go. Yeah, chat's confirming that I am in fact correct on the various ones here. Alright, quest number 2 is the Bugbear Bandits on our list right now. Again, we're doing the quests, the non-sigil quests right now, so there are 3 of those. The Bugbear Caves. Alright, again we're gonna fire off various buffs. We'll buff our hireling to the best of our ability. And we're gonna get started here. Now, this quest has lots of unnecessarily long bits to it. When I was practicing, I managed to get it down pretty quickly, but it can carry on quite a bit, I guess is what I'm trying to say. So keep that in mind. It depends on how much you want to do. If you want to do all the optionals and run through the entire cave, you can get quite a bit out of it. This is what I'm trying to say, if I'm saying anything at all. wherever that line in Iron Man goes.
The smell of meat cooking wafts tantalizingly down the corridor. You notice the glint of silver
So
in the
adventurers
far
pack,
corner.
break some stuff, pull this lever,
As
silver
the first
key.
lever is pulled,
So the
the
levers,
MacGuffin flares into life.
there are 2 of them, and that opens up a side path.
As the
You go
silver
Byron, that's right. That's exactly right. Byron doing his jab. Learning all the things. I guess we could also take 1 second to talk about Byron. If you are a new player and you're looking for a good investment to help you get through the first couple of quests, Hirelings can be a really good way to add DPS to your character and survivability. And Byron is one of the best ones for level 1 and 2. Frenzy is the best level 3 one, but for 1 and 2, Byron gets a lot of work done. Lots of value. All the low level barbarians though are actually quite strong. All right, so this is one of those optionals I was talking about, freeing all the slaves. You don't have to do anything except talk to them. Why they couldn't talk to each other and free themselves, I'll never know, but apparently we have the magic touch to get people freed.
As the door opens, you see several demons
My Byron
punching against the
shrine
walls.
over there.
As the
Or
second
pull the lever
door
at the
is
shrine, I
opened,
should say.
you can hear the rumble of the sealed
We're such a
doors
hero.
sliding
We'll
open.
take our 59 experience points. Because we love it. Also, we will consume these lost souls in honor of our fallen comrade. It's easy, in my opinion, in this particular quest to end up getting off where you wanted to go. So I like to check the map often in this one, just to kind of do my best to make sure that dodge the Famine Reaper here, dodge it again. Can't dodge magic missiles, alas. But what was I saying? Oh yeah, eat the fallen souls for the enemies that we have slaughtered.
As the chieftain dies, you notice a small ornate key on the table in the far corner of the room.
Pick up the gold key, break the loots, and then we make it into the treasure room. Now this treasure room has 2 chests, a bonus chest as it were. If you
The door to the treasury opens. with
if you
a
had the ability to
satisfying
open locks in some way. Unfortunately, also there's a bunch of breakables in here, which I think keep us from actually being able to get the bonus. That's a little bit of a bummer. All right, so this is the proper in reward chest. As you can tell, there's all sorts of like really interesting low-level loot in here. To be
A
fair,
large rusty lock on his
Then
chest. Looks like
unlock this chest with our unlocking skills. Ba-da-da. A lot of this gear is actually pretty okay for your first handful of levels if you don't have any gear. So like, pretend you're on the hardcore server and you're looking for just to get that initial start. Keep on the Borderlands is not the worst gear to kind of farm up here. Some of it's not top tier, but some of it's pretty okay. Definitely running around the Explore Zone can offer up some pretty inexpensive gear, especially on the oops, always go from above, so I went too far down. especially for the Feather Falling Cloak. The Feather Falling Cloak, as opposed to in the Korthos Island side, is a clicky in the Korthos side, but out here it's a solid cloak. So if you want Featherfall all the time, the cloak out here is really good.
Judging from
Again,
the old
buff it
bones
up.
scattered on the floor,
Never know when we're going to run into the bad man.
in this cave for some,
They do also have slots,
but the flicker
which
of
can be
death
good and can be bad or unnecessary depending on what you got planned. This quest, the only real trick to this one, in my opinion, is keep in mind that, oh man, Byron took it. Oh, he got wrecked. Ricky wrecked. There are bear traps, and that's pretty much the only real trick to this one, in my opinion. So, very straightforward. I don't understand why the levers
pointed evil chaos is
are like why we walk through everybody's bedroom and living quarters to get to the end boss, considering the end boss is an owlbear. But oh, spoilers, I guess. Oh, breakables. Always click around for breakables if you're interested in the experience. I am not good at doing breakables typically, but some of these low-level quests, you're talking about 4 or 5 to 10 castings of your Sonic Blast or whatever you're using to your cleave or whatever you use to make your way through the breakables, make it a little easier. Oh, never mind. Plague Reaper again. Man, DDO really wants us to fight these Plague Reapers today. It's all about the Plague Reaper this morning. Get rid of the Tripper first. And we'll deal with the caster. Alright, so now we ran through everyone's bedroom to pull that lever, which makes no sense to me at all. Yeah, I should have saved my cold breath for right here. Could have hit all of them with a sweet cold release. Come on, Byron, we got things to do. Alright, here's one of those bear traps. You can avoid it pretty easily just by walking around it, but if you aren't paying attention, it's pretty easy to get pinned there for a few... long enough that it's uncomfortable. How's that sound? Clear things and then just truck backwards a little bit. Poor Byron doing your job, taking the hits so we don't have to. Alright. Our sweet chesticle. Ooh, a stone ring. This stone ring is actually pretty good at level 1. All these spellcasting rings actually are pretty good at the lowest levels. There's an arcane ingot you can turn in for a spellcasting implement. So like... I could theoretically use the cold one right now, right? To give me some extra spell critical and stuff like that. So they're pretty good. Alright, so that's those are the first 3 quests. Treasure Hunt, the Bugbear Bandits, and the Caged Beast. Next up, we'll start collecting the Charms of Evil Chaos, so stick around. As always, please like, subscribe, follow, interact with the video, etc., etc. And we'll see you again next time. Toodles. Alright, so that's the first video. Let me pull up the thing here so I can make a note that that is the first First video there. So let's see, we got Vaughn and we got that one. Alright, perfect. They are in good shape. Alright, let's see. Let's ride to a shrine. And we're gonna switch into Greece and we're gonna give that a shot and we'll see if we can make it work. Should be a shrine like right here, I think.
Swallowed haven pencils dot the ravine walls. These must be
Yeah,
the
there it
caves
is.
of chaos, where the cultists and their monster allies have made their base.
Guess we don't get sweet +1 weapons anymore. Alright. I'm going to real quickly here watch my step on the wiki just to make sure that that Kobold Runner is at the beginning, right? In that first batch of junk.
Yeah, he comes out from the right at the very beginning. He's Trixie.
Let's see. Fall in the pit is painless. You miss the Kobold Runner optional, which is triggered when the trap is disabled. Okay, so we gotta disable the trap. Although sometimes the Kobold Runner falls into the pit with you, allowing you to complete the optional. Okay. Have a good lunch. Alright, let's give this a shot. Alright, greetings and salutations, everyone. It's time again for some road least traveled videos. We're going to be recording the Charms of Evil Chaos set. So, we're talking about... we got things popping up here like crazy. First one is going to be Watch Your Step. And then we'll go from there. We'll see what happens. So... Watch Your Step. It's got a couple of things to consider here. The main thing, and this is a tip from the chat, we're going to give it a shot, is we're going to try casting Grease on this first batch of kobolds and see if that takes care of things so we can actually get the Charms of Chaos. Oh, that's the lookout. Who's the runner? What's the runner? There's the runner. Oh, he's very fast. So fast. We didn't stop him. So let's try again. It's gonna be tough. It's gonna be tough for sure. Also, there's an ambush at the beginning. Surprise, surprise. Let's just exit. We'll try this one again. I am not perfect at these by any stretch of the imagination, for sure, for sure. Ooh, Byron barely made it out. Barely making it out. Don't have a good way to heal Byron right now either, though. I guess he can sit this one out for a second. At least until we get to the shrine. Alright, let's try this one more time. For me, personally, this particular quest is one that I kind of just... I take whatever I can get on it. Personally, but we'll see what happens. Oh, hang on. Let's jump back out altogether. Did I break the screen somehow? That's not good. Did I somehow break the screen? Stop recording. Looks like I might have. That's dumb. Yeah, the problem is okay, so just so you can see, if the screen gets resized in some way, although I never saw it resized, it breaks the screen and it'll freeze in this spot. The only way to fix it is to kill the stream and restart it. So because we're recording the videos, I'm going to do that. So I'll be right back in like 10 seconds, 15 seconds. Don't, that's the reason why Byron is out of position. See, he wasn't out of position until later. So I don't know how the screen broke. It's really weird. So anyway, I'm gonna end the stream and restart it. I'll be back in just a couple of seconds here. Hang on, bear with me. Alright. Should be back. Just not seeing my camera at all. Oh good, looks like the camera broke also. That's good. I love technical difficulties. They're the best. So yeah, you also have to restart DDO. Should be back. Why can
Something
I
to
not?
make you feel better about your technical difficulties?
What was that?
I took 19.
Oh, congratulations.
I wasn't thinking. So it totally throws off my quests that I do, and I gotta figure out what quests to do now.
Why did this go all screwy? I'm pretty sure this camera is... This camera is being a real bear. So... Alright, well then I guess there's no camera today. Oh, there it went. Now it's working. I don't know why. It just decided to start working again. Alright, welcome back everyone. Hopefully everything is going well now. It's hard to tell. I'm trying to watch the replay and see if it looks good. It looks better? It looks better? Okay. See how if we were gone long enough, do we have to make new bolts? No, looks like our bolts are good. Byron is still under our control. Yep. Alright, looks good. Alright, the other thing we can do is we can take that video and throw it in the dumpster. Delete. You're hungry? I'm hungry too. I'm always hungry though. Are you kidding? Oh no, I made earlier this week I made the bread that I'm allowed to eat, the keto bread. So I've been making keto keto toast for breakfast the last couple of days. I sliced up two I have one more slice left, but I sliced off the two today. So I have to make some. Did we lose bro? What are you talking about? Everyone should be here. We had some technical problems. Alright, shall we give this another try to record this? Greetings and salutations, everyone. It is time for the road least traveled videos. My name is Samus Garobo, and I hope that you are enjoying these little videos here. We are going to be working on gathering the Charms of Evil Chaos. I have to look it up to make sure that I do. I usually don't worry about them. I usually don't really care about trying to get the optional, but that's what these videos are about, showing you the optionals and how to get them done here. So, this first one comes from Watch Your Step. The next one comes from the Gobnoblin Caves, and then the Knoll Caves. We'll hit on all those in order. We'll kind of see what happens. So, what's going to happen here, in a nutshell, is we are going to do our absolute best to get up here and disable this trap. And when this trap gets disabled, the kobold, and there's a big like pit that falls through right here, and the kobold runner will spawn. So supposedly, if we grease, it'll give us time to see if we can find the runner and get him got before. Now he's aggroed on us, so he shouldn't run off now. Bam, got him. So yeah, I guess this grease optional wasn't the worst, actually. It worked out okay. The other thing to keep in mind is that when this fight activates, I guess I didn't do it this time. Maybe it's when the bell rings. When the bell rings, a group of kobolds will come into the front door there. So you'll get a little bit of an ambush to deal with. I just have usually associated it with starting this fight because that kobold runner is probably halfway down the hallway. I don't usually worry about the kobold runner very much. Alright, so let's talk about what happens if you don't disable that trap. If you don't disable that trap right there, it's going to knock you down into like a pit trap. It doesn't really hurt, but it will drop you down to the area that we're going to go right now. So I'm going to basically show you what would happen if you did just get knocked down, or where you would end up if you fell down this trap. And it's actually not bad. It's just a little bit of a fight. It's right here. So we had what? Half a dozen rats, give or take, to clean up, as well as that named rat. Is it right here? It might be on the other side of this door, actually. Yeah, right here is where you would fall down into if you fell down that pit trap. So you have to run through this sludge and through these rats, all this nonsense, which does give you the opportunity to pick up this optional without having to double back, which is, you know, mixed blessings, as well as pick up this iron key, I suppose. So it's not the end of the world. It just means that you won't be able to get that sigil. Alright, speaking of, since the kobold runner didn't get popped, if I can remember correctly, that opens us up the opportunity here to do some cool stuff. So, what I mean by that, we should be able to go to this door right here and talk to this elderly crone, and then you can do one of these various checks. In this case, we did the peace one. Then also, there's a chest over here. If we open that chest, these guys all aggro on us, and we have to kill everything. However, if we don't loot that chest, then all these guys are fine. They're cool. So we're going to skip that chest. Otherwise, we have to go back in there and clear a bunch of guys out. So now, since we picked up that iron key, we can open this door. Otherwise, the iron key is in the other room. So we kind of get to skip a little bit of backtracking through the quest. It doesn't really subtract from the time, I don't feel like, that much. But it does prevent a little bit of extra running around. Just a little bit. Oh, another Plague Reaper. Byron taking on the chins. We don't have to, hopefully. Though I'd rather him not get murdered if I can help it. Never mind, I couldn't. Couldn't help it. Poor Byron. Excuse me. A little bit of frog in my throat. It's been rainy this weekend. Alright, so if you can, you kind of want to be careful here. These caster kobolds get real nasty, especially on higher difficulties. So the red name you can pull back around corners and whatnot. Make sure my shield spell continues to run. And then you can go back and pick up these concubines. Said at the post-level 20 version of this quest, they spam disintegrates like nobody's business. Alright, and there's the quest. Pretty easy. Now I just got to remember where the sigil is at. To be honest, I don't know if I know where it's at. I've gotten it once before from... Oh, politely tell the kobolds about their chieftain's demise. Maybe that's where we get the sigil from. Kind of want the chat to help me out with this now, because I still don't see this sigil.
The kobolds react to the news of their chief's death with what seems like...
Find out what the kobolds have been up to.
The elderly kobold offers you a reward for freeing her tribe.
There we go, there it is. Just gotta talk to him some more. That's what it is.
Door slides open in the
Then, now that you've done this part, if you want to, you can loot that chest and kill these guys, but it's just trash loot.
Ever since
And it doesn't really matter that much now that the quest is over.
she's happy to be rid of
So,
both the chief
I am going to
and
go
the
ahead and take the
palace.
time to re-res Byron. Just so he'll get that full heal when we leave the quest, and then I don't have to worry about him coming back to life later with no hit points. I'll just make things a little bit easier for me. Alright. Next one on the list here is this one right over here.
Small,
Gobnoblin
cave
Caves.
entrances dot the ravine walls. These must be the Caves of Chaos, where the cultists and their monster allies have made their base.
Don't know if I know where this sigil piece is either, actually, but I guess we'll find it together. So here, I actually should have ran over Enshrined again, but that's okay. So here, this quest breaks down into two...
You enter the caves.
No, never mind. I got the quest incorrect. This is a different one. This one, you just kill everything. This one also can get really long, I feel. There's like a short version that you can run around and just like get the key and just move through very quickly and very easily. Some of the side stuff leads to optionals, which of course we will do.
The lock on this stout door.
But
Pickable.
yeah, we'll see what we can. There, like I said, there's a straightforward version of like run here, get the key, run to the other door, get the other key, etc., etc., and just keep moving through the quest very quickly.
As the last goblin dies, you notice something glittering in the debris under the makeshift.
This might be one of the ones that we actually want to
The guard room
do a second time, like a super short version and then the longer version. But I think most people can figure out how to do a short version. A little bit of practice. Now, did I grease or did they grease? I hope it was them. I hope it wasn't me. Put in fat finger a grease spell. It wouldn't surprise me if I did. More than once I have injured myself or my party thanks to fat fingering the wrong spell. Go ahead and cast grease now. Everybody saves. Uh-oh. Just dawned on me that that was a slow from a Reaper. And I'm greased and I can't move away. Guess we're gonna find out who lives or dies now. Oh, we did. We lived. Byron taking spells for us so we don't have to. We got knocked down by our own grease. Man, we are the best DDO player today. Alright. As always, I don't know if I mentioned this, but this is being recorded as part of our Twitch.tv stream. You guys are always welcome to join us live there on Twitch.tv/SamusGrobo. So if you have the opportunity to go over there, catch us, we'd appreciate it. For sure.
As the door opens, a small goblin cries out, "Me chief now! You go away!"
Alright, so here's the other key that we need. So if you were to run to the first key we found, run to this key, that's all you really need to do to kind of continue on with the quest. We will go down all these hallways though. So I feel like this quest has a tendency to get unnecessarily long. That is a-okay with me. Alright. Here is one of the unnecessarily long additions to the quest. These levers. This lever actually just opens up a optional fight to a orc, I believe. And or ogres, sorry, or ogres. And especially like on the hardcore server and in some of the places like that. Gross. Extra fights are not good. Here on the live server, where we're not as worried about an accidental death or whatever, less of a problem. Also, how else are we going to get these sweet, deadly fever blanches if we don't come down here and do all these awesome optionals? Here's another... Oh, not this is... That is not the room where the other lever is located. There's another lever in a room that looks a lot like this a little bit later on that we need to pull. Byron! Brought you to the shrine again, my guy. Actually, you know what I'm going to shrine to? Want to switch my spell. We no longer need grease, and I do, however, want to have my enchant weapons back. Get out of here, Reckoning. Get out of here. Excuse me. I need to cast +1 on Byron. There we go. Alrighty. Let's see. Yeah. That ogre fight was in here, but it must be further. Here he is. Pull this other lever, and then he'll pop up here ahead, maybe?
And the sound of stone scraping on stone.
I think he's right here, right?
Goblin's common area. A foul
Yeah, here
stench
he is.
walks out from this new
Somewhere.
opened cavern.
Found you. So again, in situations where you're worried about it, you could skip this guy. It's only 99 experience, so not like it's not like 3/4 of the quest experience comes from that optional or anything. Alright, so again, if we were to go here, get that key, open the door, run through, somewhere over here is where that other key is, and we could just leave. All that other stuff that we did, unnecessary optional. If you're just trying to get through the quest in a hurry.
This heavy iron
Which sometimes you do.
is fitted with an
Sometimes XP per minute is fun and important. I'm gonna have to get a wand of repair just to fix Byron pretty soon. That sounds like not something I'm about. Alright. Now, Hope you guys' memory is good. At least as good, if not better than mine. So we're gonna play the memory game.
The magical runes on the wall are the key to opening it.
I'm a person that has to look for patterns, and I like to trace it once to see if it'll like log in. Yay, we didn't embarrass ourselves on the stream by getting it wrong the first time. Go us. Alright, so
Scrabbling and chittering can be heard from the hallway ahead.
normally I would avoid the angry Umber Hulk. If you look away from Umber Hulks when their eyes glow, you don't get stunned.
Umber
But
Hulk
I'm not that worried about it
its heavy
in
canvas
this
spattering on the
difficulty.
stones.
Then the next big decision tree should be coming up pretty quickly here. Alright, here it is. So,
A massive iron gate bars this passage.
if you're not looking to gather all the crests and everything, I believe you just go this way and carry on with the quest. However, up this hallway of doom, I believe is where the quest is, or the crests are at. I know there's a shrine down here, and the lever to disable those
When
traps.
the lever is pulled, the traps in the hall grind to a halt. You hear deep
I think you can
voices
also
of
go the back way
conversation
into that room. But I believe the crest is back this direction. No? Maybe it's just a shrine? I have to check the wiki to make sure that I know what I'm talking about when it comes to where this other crest is at. I tend to not go that way because I don't like the running through traps.
The hobgoblins in the feast hall fall silent as
And we found another Reaper. Oh, 2 Reapers. Man, the game is just loving us today. We'll take them. Take all your Reapers. What are you going to do about it? What are you going to do about it? Nothing, that's what I thought. Drink another one of these potions. So, speaking of these potions, for those of you who are like me and are big collectible junkies, every once in a while, my bag will overflow with collectibles, and when I do, I kind of look them up and see what I can get for them. That's where these potions will come from. These elixirs of lesser healing. I also have some medium healing elixirs, which are also pretty nice. Okay, I guess I'm wrong. I thought it came from this room. Might have to do some reading in a little bit to remember where that's at. It's alright. We'll learn together if we have to. This is what these particular videos are all about. Another shrine.
chamber looks like a safe place to rest.
Did not know that. Of course, the other thing you may notice is I have the tasty hams. I'm a big tasty ham guy. I like them a lot. They're not as good on Reaper as they are some of the other modes when you're little, but you know, I'll take what I can get when it comes to healing myself up. Go ahead and shrine. Go ahead and shrine. You're not doing anything important right this minute. Yeah, good enough. Again, we'll consume these lost souls because they're delicious. Alright, so this is the room with that lever. It opens a secret passageway right over here. Secrets.
The wall in the armory slides open, making barely a sound.
And then right here is our Kobold Chieftain, or Gobnoblin Chieftain. It's like Byron doesn't want hit points back today.
The Hobgoblin chieftain slumps to the ground, dead.
Hashtag never cared. Right, there's a silver ingot. Those give you some really low level silver items with the augment slot. I don't know if I've ever gone down this direction before. Alright, so let's do a little bit of reading and see if we can figure out where the sigil is for here, because I don't know, to be honest. Oh, there isn't one in this one. Right? Is this not obstructing the orcs? Did I get my quest backwards? Oh no, this is the Gobnoblin Horde. Oh no! Wonder if we missed it, got it out of order. Oh. Okay, so there's not one in this quest. How embarrassing. Alright, so let's call our guy. Let's take another look at this wiki here real fast. Obstructing the orcs and Violent Delights. Violent Delights comes from the Knoll Caves, which is the one that we were thinking about for next, and then the one with the 2 orchids. Yeah, so I get this quest confused with the next one. So I guess bonus. Yeah, that's right. Bonus quest. That should have been in the previous video, my bad.
Where the cultists and their monster allies have made their case.
Is one more up? Yeah, more up. No, why? Usually take the horse up there, and I feel like the horse moves a lot quicker up those jumps than I did. Okay, Violent Delights. I finally actually have gotten this one down a little bit better. I mostly blame Tobrel.
Knoll guards ahead, blocking the entrance to their camp. Just as you brace yourself for a
Half the time I feel like this guy will drop this crest for us right here.
you look bloodless.
But not always, obviously. So, we're going to keep an eye out for these diaries, I guess, stone tablets poking around. They'll be in various locations as we kind of run around. Take a note of where Boomfit is. He never leaves. He's always in the same spot, but I personally have found that if you're not paying attention, you can easily get confused on where you need to go. So I I try to go in a particular like order here. There should be a tablet in here, yeah.
This tablet belongs
Obviously this quest is much better and much quicker if you have two people to help you. That is not a thing that we can do today though.
Could be very useful.
Ooh, we failed to bluff that guy. Failed to intimidate that guy. Nice. And failed to diplomacy that guy. Excellent. So, now we've talked to those guys. I'll pick up our last diary over here.
You've stumbled across
Alright,
another
now we
public
should be
domain. The Outlanders
reasonably
have
good shape to
chosen
kind of
to
move
do
through
that.
things here. So,
Finding it might persuade her to join your side.
we're going to go back and talk to Boomfoot. Which again, we conveniently marked on our map with our hireling. Hello. Thanks for sharing. Now we're going to go straight through this tunnel. We're going to go talk to the chieftain. Oh, no, sorry. I gotta actually go back and talk to one of those three dudes first. This is why having two people are really handy. Somebody to stay by the three guys to talk to them as somebody else is running around is really good. Let's see. One of these dorks you gotta talk to next. This one. Now we can go talk to the chieftain. I think. No, apparently not. Okay. Let's go talk to this dork right here first then.
Oros Sandcloak lets you in.
Right, now let's go have a talk to the chieftain.
Bloodlane has been lying to the Outlanders about sending their comrades to join
Again,
the
so many running back and forth and back.
Outlanders are
But if
being
you
forced to
a
sacrifice
little bit
instead.
patient,
It will
you can
destroy
figure it
the
out.
world.
Or again, if you can.
You spotted gemstone ring from the rubble of bones and blood. Oros said Drake
Split
was
up with a
always
couple of
worried
people in
about
here.
that before
Alright,
he
so
went to
here's our
start
little
the cult. This proof
bone
Drake
piece.
will convince the
So we clicked on both the altar and the book over here, as well as talk to the chief, and then inside here where there's little shrines at, we grab the bone. Now we should be able to carry on with the quest. Alright, we're going to also talk to / experience a thing right here. You'll notice that there's a door right here that I've been running past. The reason I've been running past it is because it's actually just annoying. I don't even know if there's... Oh, I guess there is some experience. But, again, over on the hardcore server, I bet you I could tell you every single day I would log in and see at least one person die to these fire beetles.
knock it into the dirt.
At least one. Maybe multiple people. I'm not sure they came specifically from this quest, but I'm pretty sure that they did come from that quest. There's just so many of those guys right there that I think it is easy to overwhelm people. So, again, normally I would skip that fight altogether.
You've convinced enough Knoll Outlanders to turn
Alright.
against Chief Bloodgleam and her cultists. You've convinced
So
the
now
rest
there's
of
going to
the
be some
tribe
story
to
stuff
turn
going
against
on. The
Chief
screen's going to go
Bloodgleam.
black for a second, and when we
Proof
come back
Chief
to,
Bloodgleam has been
things are
lying
going to get
about sending the
very
Outlanders
annoying.
to work with the cultists.
We'll get like
This
3
should
waves of
more than
trash, I
enough to
believe.
create an uprising in the Knoll's ranks.
Just kind of stay in this room and kill everything. Standing up on this thing doesn't really help. They can get up here as well, but I personally feel like things will track the NPC trash on the ground first and give you an extra couple of seconds here. Oh, we may have to jump down here and tell these guys to.
Bellows at the crowd.
They're still dialoguing.
You would trust this outsider over your own chief?
Have you forgotten everything the cult has done for you idiots? The Outlanders seem to be
Not very
concerned,
nice calling everybody
but
idiots.
you have something that will convince them. You will hold up grave
One
marks
would even
in
say
your
hurtful.
hand and reveal that you found it in the chief's shrine. Chief said Greymar joined the cult!
Come on.
Someone shouts. But Greymar never took off that ring! He's dead and will be next! Another group of gnomes rushes into the chamber.
And we're gonna just play crossbow bolts down in the barrel.
You think you've won against the onslaught of Gnoll forces.
So this is ambush 2 or wave 2. I think there's at least one will come from this direction. Nope.
Not a single
Never
cultist
mind.
remains standing. The
Give me that
Outlanders
soul, so
feel
tasty.
relieved that they can
Alright, we'll talk to
finally
this
leave the
guy.
Fairylands behind. Those fools! I can't believe they took the bait! Eula stands beside Oro, who laughs with her. There must be
I gotta go
more
figure out where the
than it initially seemed. With Chief Bloodbloom
signal sigil sigil. Sigil's hiding.
As they turn to leave, Eula tells you to hold on to the charm of evil chaos.
Watch, I missed something silly.
In case you need help defeating the rest of the cult.
Optional. The prisoner on the... Wait, did I go on the... Oh, I went to the wrong quest. Let's see here. Just a second here. Yeah, so it should be at the very beginning of the quest. Just didn't see it. Did not see it. Ah! There it is. That's why we didn't see it. Because it's super, super tiny now. Okay. So you can get that one just by going to the very beginning. It's just, again, like I said, very tiny. I guess while we were running around, we should have raised the Brosip there. Alright, we're going to skip Temple of Evil for right now, which means we need to go to... the Orc Caves, which is the one that I actually got confused with the Hobgoblin Cave over here.
Small, squalid cave entrances dot the ravine walls. These must be the Caves of Chaos, where the cultists and their monster allies have made their base.
This actually should have been the first one in this video series here. Alright. So you may have noticed that Byron just now timed out, and that's because we left him in that cave in standstill mode, and he timed out, but unfortunately his timer also expired, so it is just us now. Just us brave adventurers. Alright, this quest has a couple of different modes. Straight to the fire orc side, left to the cold cave side. We're gonna go left first.
Each direction leads to a different tribe's home.
And this is the way that I do the quest for speed. Then we'll fiddle around and see if we can find the optional. I know it's there. I want to point out this little, it's hard to tell. I leaned way forward, not that that helps you guys. But this little trap wire right here, don't think you can disable it, but you can jump over it. If you jump over it, the bell doesn't ring and the bad guys don't come out and ambush you. So you can like get to them and ambush them first. And one of the quests is to thin the herd by by a few. So having that surprise is nice. And I don't.
This room is where the Frost Ranger clan creates its magical confection.
Don't know all these other doors. We could do the quest as if we were going through quickly. And then go back and look for the optionals, I guess, but... I think it's going to cost us that much extra time. To wander around the side quests. Fortunately, our ability to do massive extra amounts of cold damage doesn't do us a lot of good in here on this particular side, but alright. And it's chilly. I have to say, I really enjoy the outfits and the orcs in this particular quest. I think they did a good job.
This orc seems fiercer than the rest of the Frost Ranger clan. Letting him live will just lead a possible new chief who must be dealt with in the future.
Take a second, eat one of these while I find where the evil chaos thing is at. Prisoner on the Frost Ranger side. This is what we're kind of fiddling around with right now. Alright, so if we were to come straight in here and go to the end, we would go through this tunnel. And we'll go through that in a minute. But I think we want to see if we can get the... charm of evil chaos or whatever it is. Here we go. Perfect. Alright. Excellent. This chick actually is pretty tough. I think it's a lady. Particularly on the higher settings, she can be pretty tough. Alright, so once we defeat her, we want to pull this lever, which is... It'll unlock her side of the chest. And we will... crawl through this secret door. And then we will search on this side. And this will take us to the fire side. Again, this guy is also pretty tough. So on his chair, where his little lever is at. And then search around. He's got a bonus chest right here. Now, typically when I do this quest, we just run in, we don't look for the optionals, we gotta run back out. Which means normally for when I do this quest, I end up having to get 2 or 3 extra kills. which I normally just open this door and kill those 2 guys that'll rush through. Because we did the extra optionals on the cold side, it's unnecessary to mess with it, so I'm just gonna skip in right now. But that is normally how I go through here to do that. Cold side, jump the wire, kill those first patches of the guys, go straight to the infight part 1, go to infight part 2, and then knock out the 2 extra guys on the other side. Alright, everybody, well, that's the, what is it, Evil Charms of Evil Chaos quest, and a bonus for you. So thanks very much for watching. Please don't forget to hit the like, subscribe, follow button. I appreciate it, and we'll see you guys real soon. Toodles. That's so embarrassing. So embarrassing.
Rip. And I'm like muting myself so I don't say anything.
No, you're welcome to talk. You don't have to be like.
I don't want to say stuff during the.
I know, but that's fine. You're
training
welcome
quests.
to be like, hey, by the way, that's not a quest that you need to do.
So don't know all that offhand either.
That's just it. Like, I don't do the optionals for this very often, so. I mean, clearly, I didn't even know that that's how you got the Kobold. Like, when you got the Kobold Runner, that you had to talk to that chick twice. I've just accidentally done it, like, once, I think, before. Anyway, I'm gonna bio break really quickly, and then we'll record this last video. And then that'll probably be a Friday, so... thanks for hanging out with us, everybody, and 30-second ad break while I hit the head. Be right back. Broke more than one seal here. In addition to having to make Tink Tink, I'm gonna have to blow my nose now that I got up and walked around. Excuse me, everyone. I feel like we're doing a good job of not having to run our nose a whole bunch, or blow our nose a whole bunch, but. No, one more. This time with mini sneezes.
Oh, the sneezes.
I hate this time of year. My allergies kick in real hard. The weather changes back and forth, so it really messes with my migraines and everything. It's just the worst. Like last week, I was out in t-shirts and shorts working on the bus, thinking, oh, maybe it's time to put the tree out. Last night, I put the trash out. I took the trash out, and it was snowing, like heavily. I'm like, oh, I'm glad I didn't put the tree out yet. Like, I thought about it, but
In here too.
yeah, that's usually the last one of this season. Thing is, the lemon tree is like right on the verge of being able to spend a night in freezing conditions, but I found personally that if I keep it inside until like the last week of the month, it'll be okay. But you can't do it more than, I think they said 48 hours in freezing conditions, or it'll just die. Sucks. Alright, let's record this last one. Alright everyone, greetings and salutations. Welcome to The Road Least Traveled. My name's Samus. And we're going to be doing Temple of Evil Chaos here. We have gathered all the bits and bobs. We're going to be able to get all the optionals, do all the shiny things, and collect all the treasure. That being said, we're probably going to skip a couple of optionals of sorts, but we'll take the time to talk about them. So let's get started. Reaper 1. Let's go. Just chill Reaper 1s. Just a chilled Reaper 1s.
Whispery voices and scraping sounds.
There you go, right off the bat. I'm glad that I took the time to go ahead and hit that GH potion. I mentioned in a previous video that because I'm such a collectible nut, I guess you could call it, I collect, the various collectibles, and when the bag starts to overfill, I turn them in for various things. I don't remember what exactly I turned in to get all these potions of greater heroism, but I ended up turning in enough to get 100 stack of greater heroism potions, and to be honest, using them at level like 1 to 7 or 8 or something like that is actually really good. And then that even when I turn things like that in, I only go to like half a stack in my collectibles bag. So I still probably have like 500 or something like that I could turn in later. Hey Famine Reaper. How you doing? If you're having a good time. If you're enjoying yourself. Let's see, let's focus down the caster now. Wrong button. All these undead need to get chilly. Alright, so this quest literally has like 100 billion optionals, or at least 6 optionals. One of them is kind of a pain, and we'll see if we end up accidentally knocking it out. We will have to go a little bit out of our way, but explore all the nooks and crannies. It's a real pain. I'm not a big fan of that particular one. I usually don't do it. I usually don't do any optionals, honestly, unless they just happen to like wander in front of me. With the possible exception of one particular optional here that we'll talk to in a little bit. Make some inappropriate jokes for the video. But I got Tobrel to make a noise on the stream. Perfect. But, yeah, finding all the nooks and crannies is a bit of a pain, in my opinion. You need to be able to make some jumps and detect secret doors and stuff like that not everyone has the ability to do always. But, there we go. See, we have explored yet another passage. Alright, so here's one of the ones that I actually find to be quite a pain. Is getting up here to this shrine area. It's lovely, but you have to get in here. It also gives you 200 experience points on its own. See, chat says, dumb question, why hold a level at this point? Better Reaper XP. So, yes and no. So right now I'm holding a level just because it was inconvenient to go take a level. However, I typically do not take... I typically don't like to hold levels unless there's just areas of quests that I want to be able to do. So in this case, the reason why I'm holding is just a matter of making sure I can do the quest when it's convenient. But normally, if I was just doing a regular TR life or whatever, I would be level 3 right now. So here is a temptingly large gem. If you look over here, optional, steal the gem from the Hall of Ancient Warriors. The monsters are going to jump up and attack us, I bet. So let's do it. Why not? Look, oh, like we called it. Normally I would skip this kind of thing because there's no reason for me to fight a bunch of extra guys for less than 100 spell point or mana experience. There we go, experience. Especially since I'm doing like not a lot of damage to these undead anyway. This crossbow that I've made is both bludgeoning and holy, so that'll really help against these undead dorks. But normally I would skip this. Also, back to the previous question. There are lots of good reasons, however, for holding levels, and it does have a lot to do, in my opinion, with Reaper experience in particular. They kind of changed some rules around experience points wise, but I think the general thumb for me going forward is going to be try to do the quests at whatever the difficulty is on Elite, on Reaper, just to like maximize my Reaper experience. So because this is level 4, the max level I would bring in here is level 4, but again, I didn't feel like taking the time to go level. I could have, and I probably should have. But for example, I've been playing with my friend Nathan, who is new to DDO and is a first life character, and he is taking levels right away, and I'm trying to get him a little bit of Reaper experience as he goes through his first life. And he is very good at taking a level and not going, hey, by the way, I took a level. And then we're like halfway through a quest chain that, had I thought about it beforehand, I would have asked him to hang on to maximize our Reaper experience. Like, example yesterday, or I don't want to time the video too late, but we were level 17 and we're starting some 15s, but he experience capped and went and took level 18. So we still got Reaper experience and all that stuff, but we got less than we could have. So sometimes holding levels is good if you're doing quests in a level range that you are enjoying in particular. Alright, so our real perk. The reason that I enjoy this quest more than I probably should. Free the pretty problematic prisoner, aka the Medusa, aka can only be turned to stone so hard or so often. Alright. And she's gonna follow us around. What else could we possibly want? What else could we possibly want out of a quest? Medusa following us around, spending good times. Oh yeah. I'm in. I'm all in. Oh, yes. I love Medusas. Green girls are the best. Alright. You can pick up all these keys. I don't really care. I have plenty of trap smithing or lock picking and lots of tools. Again, 100% of this nonsense is just that. It's nonsense. These optionals are all unnecessary. You do it because you feel like taking the time to have a good time and explore the cave, and basically to experience the full power of the quest for fun. Smell all the roses, not because it's XP efficient or has awesome loot or anything like that. Oh, I thought there was a lever down here that you could pull. I guess not. Just that. Just the torture, I guess. And then, yeah, there's one more. One more little optional right here. This is the chick that we rescued from the previous previous quest area.
The White Falls. Its pitiful existence ended.
And then this little kobold. Bring everybody with us at once. See, look at us. The power of friendship making quest easier.
You hear a shuffle, then a strange.
And then this is like a
sound
ooze,
coming
right?
from
Remember
behind
right?
the crate.
Yeah. Oh. And of course, not just an ooze, but a famine reaper. There we go.
The sleepy gelatinous cube falls to pieces. Its ambition to eat you dies short.
Whoa! What happened here? I don't remember these guys all ambushing us here, but apparently they did.
Good or ill, die
Huh.
with
To rewatch that play myself. I did see something like happen where the room got weird, but I didn't see anything like fly across the screen. What did I miss? I mean, we were gonna knock out some of those guys anyway, but come with me. Huh. Yep, something happened, and Queen Hera says we've eroded the bedrock of our relationship. Now it's just platonic. That's sad. That is the saddest dialogue I've ever read. No, my queen. Alright, so let's pretend we didn't do any of this nonsense here. Except for check the room with the blood floor. Because there's could be a codex page in that room. It didn't happen to be this time, but there could have been. So we would clear all the trash that to here, and we would start cleaning up these cultists. We need to get, I think, like 12 cultists or something like that. It's not a lot, but it's enough to. You have to come and do these optional doorways if you're going straight through the quest. We're not ticking up hit points, so let's eat another ham. Right. So here's the doors. So you would come in here, clear this direction, knock out this cave and then, or this room, and then go this direction. If you were just doing this for the quick experience. In the event that you cleared out from this this point onward and could not find the page, then you'd go back into this big room over here and check down there for the codex page. Hope that makes sense. Clear as mud, hopefully. Grab another 30 hit points here. So on Reaper mode, we're getting, I think, 30 or 3 a tick from these tasty hams. Normally it would be 5 or more per tick, depending on your healing amp. So yeah, I'll still take 30 hit points, but obviously more is better. Actually, I've been running around with my anti-Reaper weapon on just because we have had so many Reapers hit all at once that we're a little paranoid. Alright, we're checking here. This room, I actually... Yep, there's the codex page. I actually did this quest and spent like an extra 20 minutes once running around trying to find this codex page. This is another room that it likes to try to will spawn in, and you cannot tab target it until after you like walk up here and look down and see it. It's really awkward. Steal the obviously cursed tableware. Yay. Take the shinies. So now we have... I thought they actually bestowed a little curse on us as well as just attacking. So again, normally all of these different optionals that involve getting ambushed after you trigger them, I would skip. But I suppose we have managed to get maybe almost another 1,000 experience points out of this quest. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, around 1,000. I think we could have ran the quest twice by now if we were skipping these kind of optionals, but you know, it's not always about efficiency, right? Just when you're trying to knock out as many lives as you can in a weekend. That's what's efficient. I guess this is as good a time as any to let you guys know that this is taken as part of my Twitch live time. So if you're watching this video after the fact over on youtube.com/SamusGarobo, thank you very much for doing that. I appreciate it. Please take a minute and interact with the video. Thumbs up, leave a comment, thumbs down even. I don't care as long as you're interacting with the video. I appreciate it. And of course, you know, take a second, come and visit us live on twitch.tv/SamusGarobo. Really do appreciate that as well. Alright, this is an incredibly complicated puzzle. Don't know if we'll be able to figure it out. Ugh. Did it. Alright. E for Evil. Alright, since we're going to explore all the nooks and crannies of the cave, we have to go through this secret door here. It's a bunch of trash. Again, there's only one monster in this quest that's really scary, and that's the Medusa. Everything else is just Lots and lots and lots of trash and lots of shipping in. Wouldn't even say the infight guy is dangerous. Suppose he can be pretty tough, but a Medusa is by far the most dangerous monster in the quest. There we go, we explored another passage. There'll be a few more guys around this corner, which we'll go ahead and take out, but again, you can ignore all these things if you want to. Let's get cold in here. I suppose if we're going to put all the undead to rest, I guess we have to go through here and kill all those guys. There should be another 4 or 5 or whatever around here. Excuse me. This will lead to the main hall. If you look at the map, it's just... Whoops, just up here. In case you can't figure out how to solve that puzzle. Or you want a nice choke point, whichever. I remember that ropes are shenanigans here in DDO. They're actually hard, so you can't jump through ropes and expect them to be out of your way. That's important. Break all these pews.
Voices call to you.
All right. Ring the bell. Ring the bell. I'm all about ringing the bell. Is that this? Oh, I don't think I've ever actually done this part before. What do we got? Oh, look at us. We got a flesh render. With a fancy name. He's not even trying to kill Coil. Yeah, I don't think I've ever done that before, to be honest. And we get an extra chest even? Sweet. Alright, well, sweet's not the word that I should have used, but still, sweet.
Doesn't matter. You die. All of you will die. The demon falls and its body turns to dust. The temple is silent once again.
Do our best to clean up the trash first, and then we'll try to kind of put the bad guy in a position where it's harder for him to run away from us.
The last of the undead guardians of the temple crumbles.
Which we will turn around and start to do right about now. Nope. Oh, this guy. Poor guy. He's just gonna die tired. Alright, so now, this is another spot that the page can spawn on, is on this chest, or that table. They can also spawn in here. And there's our last mysterious point to walk through, and our end chest. Look at that, did it all. Did it all. We even got our conquest bonus. Oh, there's some stuff we could have broken. Also, special note: this guy's bathwater is black. That is nasty. That's seriously nasty. So yeah, there you go. That's everything that I could possibly do in this quest, and it took how long? How long did it take to do this? 23 minutes. Wow, that's a long one. All right, everybody, as always, thanks very much for spending a little bit of time with me today. I appreciate it. Like, subscribe, follow, check us out on twitch.tv, and peace and much love. We'll see you guys soon. Toodles. All right. That is the Keep on the Borderland quest.
You did the thing. Good
I
job.
did the
Proud
thing.
of you.
I know, right? Man, that quest is long with all the optionals.
Yeah, it is. Man, I pumped out a whole past life when you did that quest.
The quest is so long. Alright, let's pick up all of our shenanigans here. I said I don't think I've ever actually rung that bell thing before.
Really?
Yeah, like
One of us. That one or the all of the thingies.
yeah, picking up all the thingies. I've got situations where I've had all three thingies at once, but I don't think I've ever just like bothered to click that bell.
It was fun. Did it once.
And now I've done it once and I don't need to do it anymore. I should have talked about how the Medusa will, if you still have her on your team, will stay at that one spot and kill that guy off for you, but I don't want to have all the spoilers. Do we? Do we know? Alright, let's eat everything that can't be fed to our sentient stone. Oh, we'll need those eventually. Alright. Whew.
Hello, or charisma forever.
Oh, where am I looking for? Anchor's like over here somewhere, right? Yeah, there he is. That is not the button I meant to push. Just keep pushing it anyway, though. Alright, I
Remember offhand what the stats are for tieflings? Plus charisma minus something?
I guess. So, I mean, just to look, I do have the wiki up over here.
I can stats. Here we go.
Regular tiefling.
They not get stat adjustments? What?
+2 charisma.
That's it?
That's it.
Okay.
And fear immunity. You're not afraid.
That'll be a pretty good mix with a paladin.
I guess so, won't it? You'd be double not afraid. That might even make you vulnerable to fear again.
Maybe. Like all the way around the corner?
Yeah.
I have another half elf to do, but I had that next on the list of things. In case I started going Sork again. Because then I'll have all the charisma lives done.
Right.
And I figured charisma lives was more important than some of the other ones. Like I got those, I think then strength and dex.
Did you already do your intelligence lives?
Yep. Int's done. Con's done. Wisdom's done.
Yeah, you're getting close then, huh?
Getting there.
This is what I'm looking for. Looking for my trash can.
And now the question is, do I do halfling lives because I don't want to be a halfling for very long?
Oh, but then you could play a monk.
I don't want to fucking do a whole
I
new
wonder
goddamn
what you'd
build.
pick. So many
Okay.
choices.
I really don't want to do a monk.
Well, I'm gonna forgive you because we're not recording, but you should
Oh,
watch our
daytime.
language. Don't have a spark ring in the thing. I think there's one on the hardcore server, but we'll keep that just because it's Reaper 3.
Anything two-handed would be
You
fine,
know
but
what? We should just
like
wear it now, actually.
monk out of nowhere would really.
Well, you could do quarterstaff also. You don't have to do.
I had to find a quarterstaff somewhere.
I bet you could find one.
I very heavily invested in a couple of two-handed weapons right now.
Well, you could also do some Kinsai stuff, and you could do your monk, but it doesn't sound like the thing to me.
I don't need monk lives. Why would I do a monk?
Because you're doing halfling, it'd be fun. Oh no, I did a halfling, monk halfling, and I found it to be a lot of fun lately. While I was doing the last of my halfling lives. Hey, Melanie. Why 320? I'm very confused. Is that like 420 except backwards? Is that heroin? 320? Shoot it up! This is not where I wanted to go. 720? I'm very confused. A resolution? The resolution should be max. Like, everything should be the same unless something weird happened. I think there was a Windows update that kind of borked a lot of stuff all of a sudden. But we are, let's see if it'll tell me where we're sending out real fast.
I'm not trying to be nasty naysaying about your suggestions either. It just
Oh, that's fine. Yeah, we're sending out 1920 by 1080. Allegedly. Oh, I don't mind. Like I said, I had fun. But I'm a person who likes to mix up my lives. Because I actually play it all the way through. So,
yeah, I'm just trying to be efficient. I want to get a lot of this stuff done, to be honest, before we get lifted to like live again.
I wouldn't worry about that. Apparently they're just going to lock everyone down in Colorado forever.
I mean, yeah, but
Just listening to your governor.
it's eventually gonna lift.
No, my understanding is the governor's going to everyone's going to live in their houses forever and ever.
No, that can't happen either.
Governor doesn't love everyone. I mean, he loves you guys so much, he wants you to stay in your houses forever and ever.
No, that's very unrealistic.
You're lagging a lot? Huh. Said everything seems to be working pretty good here. I'm not seeing any major issues. But it's possible that things are just different depending on where you're watching and whatever. Yeah, we'll see you later tonight or tomorrow, whatever. Have a good one, Melanie. Alright. We want to get to Spell Stored, which can't happen until Wizard level 3 anyway. We'll pick up our shield spell. And then that'll become our shield spell, and we can free up another first level spell slot. Ten more hit points are pretty good. Yeah, that was fine. At some point, we need to actually jump up the Harper Agent pretty quickly also, but right now we're still just hitting fine. So I think all this is still just okay. Again, we're all prepped now for next level. All we have to do is get our wizard level, and then we can take our spell sword. And then I think we'll put the next 12 points after that into Harper Agent. So level 3 changes a few things for us. One, we can equip Big Boy bracers now. So now we're perma-blurred. Don't have to worry about that. Anything else off the top of my head? We can prepare spells now. Again, wizard level will no longer need the shield spell because we have this one. So we can do tumble, we can do protection from evil. We could do Featherfall if we wanted. I do like having Featherfall as a spell or something else that's not permanent, but we really don't need Featherfall until much later anyway. So I guess we'll just take Tumble. Yeah, I think that's right. Alright. So let me check the list here. The next ones that we need to do are the solo quests. Do I need to do training videos on the solo quests? I don't think so. So I'm just going to mark these as a different... All of a sudden my spreadsheet here is not working correctly. This is disgusting. What is going on? Sorry, I suspect Google suddenly wants me to have Drive someplace else. Not use my web browser, but that's the whole point, is to use the web browser. Have to look at it later, I guess. Anyway, so I don't have anything until the Sacred Helm, which we can do at level 5. So we can actually just play like normal for right now. So we can... Oh, look at there. Look at Captain Nakey Pants.
Look how fabulous I am.
Yeah, look at you.
Jelly.
You're very shiny. Alright. So let's just check for gear here really quick. I don't think there's anything else I care about right this minute. Room level, please. Oh, we could put on these deadly gloves, I guess. That's good. And everything else is level 4. Okay. Alright, so we'll do a couple more quests. We'll probably take off here around the top of the hour. Just to get something to eat and get on with the afternoon. Looks like the sun's out. So it might have turned into a relatively nice day to get some nonsense done. But we're not recording any more videos until level 5. So we got a little bit of window. I'm not going to record the stupid solo quest. People can figure out the solo quests on their own. I'm going to show you a couple more like leveling trips and tricks here.
Out of curiosity, vaguely, broad strokes, how much of the 20 level under 20 have you done?
Well, let me start this quest here and we can just look.
I'm just kind of idly curious.
Yeah, give me a second. So I'm going to start this next quest here. And
There's been a lot of people coming back to the game and interfacing with the kind of open rating thingy. And I pointed them at your the fact that your videos are on the wiki for
some of them are
walkthroughs
anyway.
and
They're
such.
definitely working on it, on getting him in the wiki, I think. I need to get the rest of them in here. Oh, we're having some coding issues. Pause. Wife might be doing something crazy. Alright, so unfortunately the spreadsheet does not give me a nice like thing here. But we had 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. Well, those two we just did, so 19, 20. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Really? I didn't do Maze of Madness? Huh, weird. I suspect I did. Let's call this 20. So it's 80. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Oh, I hate you so bad sometimes. 18, 19, 20. There's 100. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. So, counting the 18s and lowers, I'm up to 140 quests still to go.
To go or that you've done?
That I need to do. I have not. I have 103 videos or something like that. 105 videos, and some of those are multi-tiered videos, right? So like, again, we
Like
talked
what
about this
questions?
earlier. Where Korthos is like all of Korthos is one video. The harbor is broken into 2 or 3 harbor videos. Things that are like easy chains go together. So I still have quite a bit to do. But some of these are things that I don't know very well at all. For like example, the Dolores chain at 17. Finding Dolores and Soul Survivor. But we'll get them done.
That's quite a bit you got done.
Yeah, we have a lot done, but we need to do... And again, some of the things... for example, we will upload the Vault of Night stuff when we start doing some uploads. Tobrel, Beef, and Forehand and I. Waiting... Four-man day was just an epic hard Vault of Night, I think.
We did Elite, but that's all we could do because we were 30.
Yeah, there's some 30s in there. I thought, okay, maybe we did Elite. Oh no, it felt very, very easy, so... And I was just level 20 at the time, I believe. But yeah, we've, you know, once you kind of get moving, a lot of this stuff comes together. Like, if you think about, Splinter Skull's like what? 7 quests? 9 quests? But then all together it takes like half an hour to do that quest chain. You know, so like that ends up like one big long, or not long video, but one bigger video. The depths chain, apparently I didn't do. So like you end up doing all 4 of those probably in one video run. Like stuff just kind of like gets cobbled together. Good morning, Beef. My wife is on her way down. What's up, Buttercup?
Checking to see what's up with you. I'm done
Just
working.
recording videos and streaming.
Recording now.
No, not right now. What's up? Do I get my hand back?
Oh.
You want kisses? No, I can't have my hand back. You monster.
Alright, so you're working, huh?
For a little bit longer. Why?
Just checking on you.
Understand that.
Done and
So you're feeding me? You're what? Doing a sexy dance off camera? What are you doing? Like you talk to me. What's up?
Nothing.
What's your motivation? Don't
I'm
I know you.
I'm gonna go. I don't know.
Okay. Well, I said I'm going to do a couple
So
more
you're
quests
taking
and
a
then
nap.
probably wrap up at the top of the hour here. Maybe. I
But
could use one.
the schedule's still not out, so I gotta watch out for that. But I'm done.
Alright.
Barely.
Well, you think about
Made
about
it.
what you
I
did.
mean, a few more came in. Today's dismissals came in there at the end of the day, but it'll be good for next week. It was
Okay.
It's close. She sent over some for me to code that weren't in the queue, so that helped.
Okay. Well, you think about what you want.
I don't want anything except for a good show and not work and just be living my best life outside of work right now
Your best life outside of work.
in quarantine.
Okay. Well, I suspect that's not the true, but
Living my best life in quarantine, that means watching TV, playing a game, or taking a nap, or eating. That's what that pretty much consists of.
right,
Or cleaning, but that's not living your best life.
which
That's
are a big series of options that you need to decide what you want to do.
Why? Are you gonna join me, or you just want me to
I don't know. Depends. I'm gonna be ready to eat when I'm done here.
You want me to make you some food?
You know, you put it like that, yeah. How's that sound?
I'm not making you food.
Well, now all of a
I don't
sudden it
even
doesn't
know.
sound like you're living your best life anymore.
I don't even know.
Just didn't know if you wanted to order something or
You
go to
can
the
order
groceries or
You can do that.
go to the other
I'm
store.
not going crazy.
Going crazy. Well, obviously you've never met you.
Oh, well, yeah. I'm not going crazy. I've been there.
Short trip.
Wait, you want to go to Walmart? Ooh,
No, I don't want to go to Walmart.
thank God. It's
Need
at
to
the
go
other
get it.
store.
Gotta go to Lowe's. Gotta get a table saw, my guy.
Oh, I don't know. I'm so worried about next week. And the next week and the next. Shaky. This week was Amber. She's working Saturday, so it's like, I don't know. Censuses don't pick up. It could be rough. Hopefully they do.
People will hopefully get in all sorts of car accidents again real soon.
They just gotta get sick. That's all. Just get sick with whatever's wrong with them besides the corona and go to the hospital.
Besides the corona.
And go to the hospital.
You heard it, everybody. Get out there and get each other sick.
I didn't say that. I said they just gotta get sick with whatever besides the corona. With whatever they would have gotten sick with before the quarantine.
That's right.
There's a lot of sick people at both of these hospitals. They're pretty critical. Not critical hospitals, but they get sick people. Like, they don't.
All right.
Desert does moms and babies, but they're in a separate queue and I don't have to go with those.
All right. Well, get out of here.
But, like, a lot of sick people.
I know. People
And-
like you telling people to go out there and get sick.
Desert does everything. Alright, get the hospital admissions back up. Come on. Actually, spring is when they start going down. Winter's the highest time. They can lull in the spring, but then they go back up in the summer. They don't lull
Last
very
crate
long.
splinters to
Not-
bits.
course, I mean, now
but
they're
successfully stopped
Are you recording this or you weren't?
It's technically yes. Everything's recording. I'm streaming. You're word vomiting all over. We literally lost 6 people while you word vomited at me.
I asked you. You said no.
I'm not recording, but I'm streaming, and it's technically being recorded.
I'm streaming.
Yep. For another probably 10 minutes or so.
Don't get sick with the corona.
That's not what I heard. Get sick with the corona.
And most of these people are just like sickly people, so.
And this domestic abuse brought to you by.
Sickly people just need to go back to the hospital. I don't know. Whatever would send people to the hospital before so that I have a job. Yeah, a lot of vehicle accidents. I guess people they get out in their cars again. They are around here. There's lots of cars out now.
Alright, get out of here.
No,
I'll see you later.
can't make them.
Oh, man.
Blink twice if you need help.
No, it's good. She's got a lot of work stress right now. Ironically, people are not getting as sick and going to the hospital. So, she's concerned that she's going to get laid off just because people are not going to the hospital. Hey, thank you, Prime. I appreciate it. So hopefully we'll, ooh, Fear Reaper. Hopefully, that'll help some people out with, their experience through the quest. Again, some of these because I don't run them every life like clockwork, I don't know them necessarily as well as I do other quests. So it's good for me to get out there and do some quests that I don't know super duper well myself. I do not want your thieves' tools, your +1.
You better not be
thieves'
jumping
tools.
on any of those boxes in there.
Oh, you know me. Why are you doing quests you don't usually do? Because I'm... The idea is to record the rest of the videos that I don't already have in my walkthrough series on YouTube. So right now, the next one is going to be level 5. So I actually have a little bit of a break. I can just do whatever I want. So I'm like going through the harbor right now. And then we'll get back to recording. So like, normally I wouldn't bother with Keep on the Borderlands, right? Like I mentioned before I started recording, my normal progression is do the first 4 quests in Korthos after eating a bunch of experience gems, and then start directly in the harbor. So like if I wanted to level quickly, that's what I would do. The quests are not level 5. The quests are level 3 is where they pick up again. So like, for example, the... I think I just closed that tab. No, here it is. So like, the next one that according to my spreadsheet I don't have is the Sacred Helm. So like, Sacred Helm and then Splinter Skull. Well, I mean, I know them enough that I did the 5K favor, but there's a difference between being proficient in a quest to be able to complete it and feeling like you can do the training video or whatever on it for others, like the walkthrough video. That's 2 pretty different levels of comfort in my book. So while I feel comfortable enough to like go and do all the quests, it's a pretty substantial difference than trying to be able to help people go through it themselves. See, like if I were going to, for example, record this video, I'd point out there's a trap over here, and that you could go up there and get these traps over here where there's chests and all that stuff. But by myself, I just don't care. Just run through and leave. Oh, I took took 17 points of damage to the butt as I ran through that trap. Oh, boo-hoo. Oh, this might be the end of the stream. Maybe stuck in the loading screen of doom.
Loading screen. Stickerooey.
Yeah. See if it breaks loose here.
Yeah, it's always rough.
Give it another minute here, and if not, we'll just wrap up just a little bit early. I don't know if we'll be back for a late night stream tonight, or I'm gonna go work on the. I don't know yet. I guess is what I'm trying to say. Again, normally on Friday we would not be back, but with the quarantine, we might. Who knows? You know what I mean? We'll just have to play it by ear and see what happens. Let's see. Yeah, it doesn't look like things are... I think we're stuck in the loading screen of Doom. Doom!
Doom!
So I guess we're gonna... Nope, connection to the server has been lost even. I didn't even get the chance to alt quit or anything. It died on us.
Rip.
Weird. I haven't had that happen for I don't even know how long. Alright, well I guess with that everybody, we're gonna find somebody to raid. Tilbro, you're not streaming today, right?
I have not been.
Did you plan to?
Nah.
Okay. I'm gonna say if you were, I would raid you, my man.
Nah. It's all good.
Let's see. R10 Sork Top 1 Hardcore. That sounds cool. Not what I'm up for today. Psycho Blonde is doing something. Father Fungus is doing some Hardcore League. If you had a scheduled time, would you recruit viewers to raid with me? My biggest problem is I don't raid a whole lot. But I don't mind doing raids per se. It's not the thing that I enjoy the most. That's more of like Tilbrell's bag, really. That being said, that one of the things I hope to do with JavaBot once he hits over, like he hits 20 plus, the hope is that he will stay 20 plus to do that kind of stuff with you guys. Turn this back on. Right now I'm using JavaBot as a way to help my friend Nathan get to level 20 so I can continue to do other stuff with Samus when Nathan is not available to play right now. But yeah, the other thing to keep in mind is unless I'm recording videos, anybody who's level appropriate is welcome to play with me, as long as you're level appropriate. So if you are on the TR train and you want to come along on the Sarlona server, you're welcome to do so. There we go. At least we can have somebody to see. Otherwise, JavaBot is floating around. Let's yeah, I don't know anything about this Father Fungus guy, but let's raid him anyway. Let's raid this guy.
His name sounds awesome.
Father Fungus 2008. Looks like a crabby old guy, so I'm down.
See? You're right up your alley.
That's how I am. Alright everybody, as always, please hit the like, subscribe, follow buttons. I haven't linked to my Patreon page today. I should probably do that real quick. If you could support the stream financially, a great way to do it is via Patreon. $1. We have two tiers right now, $1 a month tier and a $3 a month tier. The great thing about Patreon is 95% of anything that you donate through Patreon comes to the person you support. So if you kick me $1, I will get 95 cents of it. If you kick me $3, I'll get $2.85 of it. The management section is a lot less. Twitch, for example, they take half. It's like getting divorced and Eddie Murphy Raw. Half Eddie. But on the flip side, you don't have to watch ads. So win some, lose some.
Or get divorced.
That's what it's like, though. It's what it's like when you're streaming on Twitch. They want half, Eddie, half. Alright, everybody. Peace and much love. And again, keep an eye on all the places. We'll let you know if we decide to go live again later tonight. Toodles.